Aloha, Shaka Hayaka, and Haoli Shaka Hiki Ho. Good morning, Happy New Year. Welcome to the 2018 the Hui Backdoor Shootout, presented by Weed Maps in memory of the Duke. Rocky Cannon with Jace Lau, and we are in round number 5 still. So if you paid attention from last time, we're getting caught up. We ran 2 heats of that round. We're now on heat number 3 of round 5. We've got some pretty good conditions out there, still stacking good pipe.
Beautiful day in Hawaii. Welcome around the world. Aloha. You're here at the 2018 Backdoor Shootout presented by Weed Maps. Got live action all weekend long. Look at that Flav tent. We're here. Beautiful morning in Hawaii. We got Kainoa McGee upstairs on the live beach call. Salt and Air Studios. You can check us out live via Surfline, saltandairstudios.com. And of course, Spectrum, channel 1250 and 250 standard def.
Well, we had some waves written already, and the decision to go today was because there are some gems out there. We've seen some backdoor waves. We've seen some pipe waves. So there's scoring to be had as we look at the Kamahelekai on the outside, but we'll check out Wakita on his opening ride for Team Japan, comprised of this man right here, Takayuki Wakita, Masatoshi Ono, Keito Matsuoka, and Shinpei Horiguchi. So that's Team Japan. Keito Matsuoka has had the best score of the contest so far with that 11 a couple days ago. We had a big swell, obviously, over the weekend, and then tapering down to today's action. This is the final day to run, so we are on. Our waiting period does go to this day in particular, so we have until 4:30 to run. We started after 8 o'clock, 9:15 officially here, Hawaiian Standard Time. So we got some time to go. If the conditions hold up, we'll go into another round, which would be round 6, and still plenty of scores to be had. The leaderboard can shuffle. It is no swimming today on the beach. The current is still strong, but the big swell over the weekend, I've seen sand all over the road, salt water everywhere. Yeah. It was pick up your high waters and kind of bounce through some puddles.
Yeah, capris only. And then we
Here's
got
a backdoor wave.
action. Out the
Keito
back.
Matsuoka.
And out. Yeah, he knows to save the energy, not worth it, and get back out there. You know, this is that kind of contest, like we've been saying, quality over quantity.
You know that, brah.
Yeah.
And we got some sets on the outside. You're looking at your screen right there. You see your surfers in frame, and off to the right, top right, there's some bumps coming in. Now to the drone cam live in the lineup. That's such an epic shot with the Waianae Mountain Range on the top of your screen in the background, stretching out to Kaena Point. The furthest westernmost point of the North Shore. And they pass up the first wave. You see it peeling off on the inside, and that one actually had a nice little tube on it, possibly.
Yeah,
here's another one coming, Jace.
But you gotta watch for the shut door.
Yee.
Sometimes look good at the beginning, but as soon as you come off the bottom, here comes the shut door.
Looking up, the slam door in your face, broken tooth.
No 2 waves is ever the same. Yeah, just like one paddle when you shape them.
Well, try look outside. You see a big one coming in right here.
Whoa, Kamakani. Blow, Kamakani, won't you blow?
Hawaiian Water Patrol taking wave number 1 on the inside.
Yeah.
And here we go, paddling, up and riding. Masatoshi Ono trying to knife one in there using that samurai blade. Can't quite fit in and then gets ejected. Oh, the Hulimaka samurai flip.
What's he call that?
Bruh.
That's I dip, you dip, we dip.
Bruh, that was on the Kainbu. That was reaching for the end zone.
That was like diving for the pylon and the ball fall out like
and the defender would hit you in the ankles.
Oh yeah, sorry Kaipo, yes, we're talking about football.
Bruh, watch this replay. Right here, I thought he was going to knife him in, but he decided to wait and go around.
Yeah.
And then came around the section and looked for more down the line, and then decided, oh wait, maybe I'll try pulling now. Yeah. And the wave said no.
Oh, the explosion and whack his board, his rail.
Yeah, that was a judo flip.
Yeah, that was a number 1.
Just start sending in all the captions that you guys are thinking of right there. That's some good stuff. But
Here we go.
Takayuki
Call it.
Wakita.
Oh, the guy with the namesake of the reef out there. Takayuki Kudasai.
Well, Takayuki not quite making it out of that one, as he looks to be okay paddling back out. He's opting for the po'o protection.
Yeah. And there you see Mr. Fuller.
Brother Joey Johnston, Team Quicksilvers.
Yeah, mahalo to Quicksilver for letting us use your quarters. We're here in the front backyard, if you will.
Yeah. Whichever side you like look at.
And we like to say aloha to everybody there in the West Coast. And there's a Weed Maps house and camp. Mahalo for being
compound.
Our title sponsor. Aloha, Eric, Jason, all the gang over there, all the media group. We got some new footage you guys can check out later. Like say aloha to the team, everybody, and their other brands, Flav, Paris, and whatnot. We'll be giving you guys some info on their new products and they got some demos coming up. They just had a motocross demo or skate demo.
Oh,
and
right
they
on.
got yoga with Kendall Beshin and much, much more.
All right. Well, mahalo for your sponsorship, as well as to all of our other incredible supporters that put this contest together, including all of the teams that are participating. You mentioned Weed Maps, obviously Volcom participating with 2 teams. Mahalo. Quicksilver's got a team, and the Hui Wax #1 and #2, and of course our all-Hawaiian club team, the Hui Ohe'enalu. Mahalo to all of our participants. Look at Backdoor. Shinpei Capri Horiguchi.
Okalani. Yeah, he is the smart guy. He get Portuguese shin guards on. Coming in hot. Just Japanese team, man. They've been bombing.
Yeah, Keito Matsuoka has been the star for the team with that 11.0 by far, and he's feeling super safe with those guys around.
Yeah, all my uncles
original
over there.
Hui club members.
Yep. Where you at, Big Worm? All right. So we got Japan, Heat Japan in the water. Next heat, we got Volcom Backdoor Hale, I believe.
Yep.
Captain Dave Wassel and first mate JD Irons.
Yep.
Kainehe Hunt. Oh, we got the Notary Gang at Imai Kalani Devo. Oh, we get islands.
Representing. Yep. All
islands.
any kind right there.
Yeah.
Hui Ohe'enalu coming up after that in this 5th round. Then the Hui Wax #2. Team Quicksilver, Heat 7, and the final heat of round 5 in this draw will be the Volcom Pipe Hale. And the way they draw for the teams, Jace, always a great introduction to the day when you put all the numbers in a hat and the team captains pick a number, and that's the order you surf. And pretty as simple as that. You know, you don't have to get too complicated with it. And everybody agrees. And the reason that the 2 rounds from the day before are counting is because the surfers decided that they wanted to do that. So it's a really a for surfers by surfers event with a lot of the creative control given to the competitors.
Captains.
And this is the way they've written it up and designed it, and it's working well.
Yeah, if the pohaku not broke, don't chip it.
Yeah, and you know, it's always the kind making adjustments to make it better and better and better. I think, you know, from before, the teams competing intermixed with other teams just had a little bit, you know, edge on it. Even more relaxed as you send the team out together and they surf together as one team. I think that's a great concept.
Yeah, surfing with
Masatoshi
Ohana.
getting a little bit redemption right there.
Nothing like surfing with your team, you know what I mean? And so the strategy is take turns and the oldest guy get the wave first, obviously, or the senior guy, captain, or whoever get the most arms, basically comes down to. Yeah. And yeah, I'd like to say aloha to brother Chris Cote, one of the other analysts, shouting us out on the podcast.
Action sports analyst.
Yeah, shouting us out on the podcast yesterday, his Monday Mass
Mahalos,
iTunes.
bro.
Taking a little sample bits, pretty material.
Yeah, solid. Gonna see him pretty soon, coming up for the Volcom Pipe Pro right at this very beach and surf break.
Warming up your boy, Dave Wassel, in more ways than two. Yeah. We might have a special guest appearance by somebody else today. Another cousin will be coming by. We also had Makua Rothman in here.
Yep,
Sandwich, or Makua Rothman sandwich.
Previous day, that was good fun.
We probably get some other special guests up here today.
We get plenty special guesses.
I'm not gonna say too much. As you see, the Pat Myers.
Not too much.
Pat
Here we
Myers,
go. Check it
camera
out.
5 coming in hot
Takayuki Wakita.
with the rainbow in the FG
Wow.
and out.
Beautiful shot.
Yeah, the Anui Nui right above. And
Here we go. Keito Matsuoka.
Keito Gobo
Oh,
Matsuoka.
bruh.
Woo.
Donuts and pancakes, and he got a
Sauce.
face full right there.
He get the he's good. He's
good, but the way he body surfed that down with his chin first.
Yeah.
Oh, bruh. He
Yeah.
broke his fall with his chin.
Yeah,
That's
that
never
was
a good thing
gnarly.
at Pipeline. Thank God he came up and is back on his board, but still getting pounded right there. Oh,
Connect outed right in the
wetsuit
area.
top is about to peel over his head.
Oh man.
Come on, Keito. There you go, buddy.
There you
These
go.
guys are
These
strong.
guys are
They're a force to be reckoned with, like we've been saying. This Team Japan, they've got that really inner fight to keep going and
And
persevere.
Here comes what you want to see.
And he'll gladly stroke towards the sled. But
Koide.
here's Wakita's previous wave. We watched from the drone, and there's the land shot. Not really that deep, but we saw that little rainbow Anui Nui in the lip line from the drone shot. And then the airdrop, face plant,
that was a shin.
hands to the side kind, bruh.
That was Shinpei's cousin, Chinpei.
Bruh, that was Chinpei right there. Matsuoka shave ice, just getting finely
bean.
grinded right there.
Oh.
Whew, bruh. Props to you, Keito. That was a gnarly one, and glad to see you're okay. Put on your wetsuit top, readjust,
There you go.
and
Regroup.
get recombobulated after being discombobulated, and probably more, like bummed out he never make the drop.
Yeah.
But that was a tough one. Airdrop, fins out.
Right on the
And,
diaphragm.
oh, bro, he was body surfing.
Might have a buckle on there. Yeah, buckle loose.
Might have
the
buckled
fins
his
and buckle
back,
loose.
bro. It's small kind scorpion.
Scorpion Bay. Scorpion Bay. I've been there. Beautiful waves. Hot as heck, though.
I never been there. I'm afraid of scorpions. I don't want to get bit
just
by
because
one.
the name, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't ever drive there, though. Fly.
I gotta tell you, bro. Us in Hawaii, we got it pretty good when our worst predator is on centipede.
Yeah.
Our worst land predator is centipedes.
Oh, and turtle on the beach
Bruh, you
for
see
traffic.
us dancing around in the flashlight lit hallways if there's a centipede around.
Yeah. Guys,
not to mention, guys gotta worry about bears and cougars and snakes and all that kind in mainland. Oh, I trip out, bro, when I go hiking.
Some guys like cougars.
Especially after 10 p.m.
Over 6 or 10.
No, going hiking in the woods, mainland, you forget, bro. You're walking around like, wait, bro, I gotta look out for snakes. I gotta watch out for like big cats and like, maybe a bear and
I get mad about mosquitoes.
Wolves and mosquitoes and centipedes, bro. We're tripping out.
Yeah. Yeah, but they're more flying cockroach like Papa Coleo. I don't know
747.
I don't know how they know where your ear is.
Here we go, paddling on the inside. Having a look at backdoor. That is Keito Matsuoka right back on the horse in the barrel, disappearing, coming out. So Keito from wipeout spill to ultimate backdoor thrill.
Yeah, that's a poo inside, come out. Keito Matsuoka.
ShaveIce.com. Keep running them.
Like to mahalo Hui waxed. Don't slip. Get a grip.
Check out that backdoor wave. He never slipped. He was all inside, disappeared, came out with a nice little mist of spit, not a huge, regurgitator, but it was clean, it was deep. Well, he's got an 11.0. That'll be a great score to put together for Keito, and he could be creeping on a come up.
You know what I'm saying? And a little bit of redemption after that little knifage.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Bruh, he got the donuts and pancakes, and then he busts out his butter knife on that last one and just buttered it right up.
Yeah, easy on the butter, no butter. Guys, you guys iPhone safe today. Hey, Siri.
Declining
Siri,
swell.
say Pai Pai Loa Road.
Pipe Line.
Ki Niui.
Here we go, up and riding. This is Takayuki Wakita.
Takayuki Pu inside. The
No,
closeout.
hey, you never know. They get the Auntie Siri. You can ask.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Auntie, where the nearest the kind? Oh, stay right over there. Yeah, make one left over here, and then turn right over there,
Auntie.
and then get the other one. Oh, Auntie, what? You can find my kind, and it says, "Bruh, go find them yourself."
I do not have time for you right now. Yeah, Auntie Wacky Kanaki is her name.
Yeah, on the Echo Dot.
Yeah. Like to say, what's up to Blessed MMA, Max Holloway. He's going to ho his
Oh yeah.
movement on the new Blessed era as we creep in on the come up with our drone from east to west.
Oh, beautiful shot right there. The beach, plenty sand for play.
Come on down.
Today.
Make it a 5-day weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just know.
Got a case of the January blues.
Yeah, just sit high on an alpaca. No, sit down low if you're calling in sick.
Yeah, with your shades and your hat and your kind.
Yeah.
Your mu'u.
Yeah. And you better hurry up because you know traffic. But yeah, beautiful day. We see the gang getting ready. Who's that? That's a JT?
That's a JD.
That's a JDZ Irons. Not a stranger, not a strange name to surfing here.
Yeah.
Irons.
Part of the Irons.
Oh, speaking not a strange name. Who's that? Imai?
That's Imai. Imai Kalani.
Kalani. Ikapono.
Oka Aina.
Ea. Speaking of Ea, tomorrow, what is tomorrow? The 125th anniversary.
January 17th.
Speaking of all the
1893.
drama, Hawaii late night show was just bombarded with something. Finally was beating Trump in the news was Hawaii with the missile scare. That is just material. You know what I mean, Vern?
Bruh.
Oh, that's the guy's name, Vern.
Yeah.
The guy took the rap, the puppet.
And I heard on the news this morning that he still could be fired for his mistake.
He could
I'm like,
be.
Bruh, how come he not fired already?
He must be Iga's cousin
Bruh,
or brother-in-law. Because
need-
if it was on Portuguese, on Hawaiian,
Bruh.
he would be fired.
That was too nuts, bro. We want somebody to take the rap and
Bruh.
be out of work for that, bro. That was not cool.
Yeah, and then the guy's like, oh, he's on the guy.
There's no like, sorry, it's a mistake. Okay, carry on. No, that was a mistake, and you're gone.
Yeah. And you got the governor trying to apologize and tell everybody
Of course.
how to feel.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. You know, those guys, they're so bummed they missed they never go to their Korean bar. They had the poo-poos laid out for the championship game and they had to work. You know what I mean? Come on.
Oh, my goodness.
Come on. Oh, there's a team captain.
Dave Wassel.
Yeah, sorry if I get off tangent on issues. But where I was going, tomorrow marks the 125th year that America stole Hawaii. Yeah, I said it. And yeah, we'll be raising up our flag due to all this drama. What a time to celebrate our...
Yeah, it was 1893 when the Hawaiian government was overthrown.
Stolen.
By the American government. And I think there was a lot of all kinds of different interests of military, sugar plantations, a whole mix and mash of things that contributed to that event. And here we are 125 years later.
Yeah. And Bill Clinton actually apologized in 93.
That was the 100-year anniversary.
So 25 years went by, and look where we at.
Should probably, I don't know, send one out every year.
I don't know. They keep dropping off dirty things over here, and then, yeah. But let's get back to the action as we got waves coming in. Oh, see, I stopped myself that time of going off the end on the Hawaiian Kanaka issue.
Off the horizon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll stick within frame over here.
We'll stick in frame.
We'll veer out of the lines every so often, but
and
all reaching the destination of calling barrels just like that, getting in and out. Keito Matsuoka, shave ice.
Live
that was
at 5.
rainbow flavor right there.
Rainbow flavor, gravy all over, acai on the side, Mahina chilling work, coming in medium with our little equalizer, because that looks better than that monster right now. Because
we love the monster.
We had 3-sip monster, and we good on that. We can save this all day long. I'd like to thank all our sponsors, presented by Weed Maps, the Hui Wax. We got Monster Energy, Kona Red, Taro brand, Aloha Salads, and much, much more.
Yep. All in memory of the Duke, our great ambassador of surfing
Hawaii.
and Aloha. Some photographers checking out. Mine is bigger than his. Check out my lens. All right, here we go. Backside barrel action for Keito Matsuoka. And look at this into the barrel with Hawaiian Water Patrol and Larry Haynes looking in the tube.
Yeah, side Azuki bean.
Ice cream on the bottom. Ooh, that was a sweet one.
Sweet one. Yeah.
So he's got a backdoor wave. He's got that wave at pipe. He's got a
staying busy.
He's got a chin music special. But
chin pays cousin.
But
chin pay.
Got a little chin pay cousin on the side. But experiencing all that pipeline has to offer today, Keito Matsuoka.
Team Japanese right there, the Ohana.
Well, I like that he got his 2 best waves after the wipeout. It shows you the resilience and the determination of this Team Japan and in Keito right there.
Oh, honor, honor, respect. All I know, that's what Japanese Ohana is, kind of our style. Loyal and all that good stuff. And especially that Japanese food, baby.
Oh, yeah, so ono.
Green tea, all the great things. Nori, mochi crunch. Oh, boy. What would Hawaii be without Japanese? You know what I mean?
Yeah, ready for open my main shop down Haleiwa.
Oh,
right over here. 3 tables.
Rikupi soupy.
Yeah. Saimin, boo. Oh, McMean Saimin.
Let's stop giving away ideas.
Oh, and then the kind of teppanyaki grill in the back.
Oh, side ume.
You can reserve them for your ohana.
Right there, the Japanese ohana.
For 8. Benihana comes to the North Shore. What?
Oh, I know who I can hire already. Barry Mamiya. See that guy with his knife in the kitchen?
How's these waves peeling off? There's some little opportunities, but not gaping wide open like we like to see. But there are still a lot of good waves to be ridden. That's why we're running today. It started off with a little bit of morning sickness, but it's getting cleaner as the day goes on. The sun gets on it. A little bit of trade winds will fill in and brush off the faces a little bit and maybe brush a little off the top, and it'll be providing some opportunity for this rest of round 5. Heat number 1 of this round and heat number 2 ran on the last week before we went into the weekend on that nice west-northwest swell that we had, and they turned in some good scores. Jamie O'Brien had a couple. Seth Moniz had a couple good ones. Koa Smith had a good one too. So the surfers deciding to keep those scores into this round 5, and that's where we pick up here in heat number 3. Team Japan in the latter parts of their heat right now with a little flyaway kick out. And
I see my cousin Kaika.
Oh, he's there.
My cousin Kaika, he's still over there? Yeah.
Oh, how's this bomb coming in? If you try to take a look to the top of your screen right there, you see the waves feathering way outside, and our camera crew doing bang-up work on the beach, in the sky, in the water, in the trailer. All of our Salt and Air studio production crew is really doing an awesome job all event long. Mahalo
Roger
to all of you guys.
Yeah, we got we upgraded the YouTube link. It was going out to the world online at 7:20, so it should look nice, clearer today. A little Technicolor added.
Oh, right on.
So
some of that production lingo that is complete foreign language to guys like me. But check this out on the outside.
What?
Kainoa McGee is letting our Japanese surfers know that this is kind of like a tsunami.
Yeah, he's letting them know all the way in Japan.
we might have to evacuate. This is a big one.
Don't even say that.
Holy moly, it's a huge wave. Biggest one of the day on this declining swell, but there's still a lot of energy left at Pipeline. And look at that drone shot. Gonna capture this one. Let's look at from the beach angle. And this wave is solid.
That was an Andy Iron special.
AI all over.
Okay, we're going to shout out all our missing brothers, our brothers upstairs. We're going to shout them out on some waves, right, today?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is Little E's one. Bottom turn. Oh, skate came out. Still poo inside. Oh, this was scratchy in the hair.
No worry, it's not ukus.
Don't say that word. Why would you even?
Only one field scratch. It wasn't habitual.
Live on the drone cam, Pat Myers coming in medium.
Oh, the ball almost whacked the drone.
Like the ones you see with the helicopter. Oh, yesterday we got some killer footage. Salt and Air Studios was live. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah,
that's not live. We're not live from there, but we get some clips. Beautiful waves, some groundbreaking action. Makua got some bombs, Koa, Kaileni, foiling in, going at the wave, coming back. Never done out there. Once again, Kaileni pushing the issue on the future of surfing and foiling. And right now we got our Japanese team out. And where's our little gadget?
Oh, we need our score gadget. Yeah, we'll get to Ben Severson for that in a few moments. There's a little airdrop. Fun little wave for Masatoshi Ono with the aerial kick out. And just 20 seconds remaining here in this heat for Team Japan. Team Volcom Backdoor Hale coming up next. And that'll be Dave Wasso, JD Irons, Kanehe Hunt, and Imai Kalani Duvall. But closing out Team Japan here in their round 5. Keito Matsuoka got a couple of meaningful scores, in my opinion, and not much else.
That's it.
A couple scores put in. Good job for those guys. And we'll be on to heat number 4. And that is the start of heat number 4 for this, the Hui Backdoor Shootout. Round 5 with Team Japan wrapping up. They're going to return to the beach. And we'll get into the Volcom Backdoor Hale heat. And a little bit of a recap from that Team Japan heat. Takayuki Wakita, a couple of opportunities, but not really able to get anything too significant. Saw a little view from the barrel. Had a couple of tube time traveling waves, but nothing huge. Shinpei Horiguchi, not much he could do with this backdoor runner. It was Keito Matsuoka that was able to get the good ones. Masatoshi Ono right there was able to get a little bit of a quick cover for that heat, but it was Keito. Matsuoka Shave Ice with the rainbow flavor backdoor banger right there at the Hui Backdoor Shootout. More surfing coming up next. Stay right there. And we are back with more action from the Hui Backdoor Shootout 2018 presented by Weed Maps in memory of the Duke. Some spectators getting an early seat on the sand to enjoy round number 5 of this, the Hui Backdoor Shootout. Team Volcom Backdoor Hale is out there right now for round 5. They're heat number 4 overall. And they're in the water right now. Dave Wassels, the captain, along with JD Irons from Kauai, Kainehe Hunt, also from Kauai, and from Maui, Imai Kalani DeVault. So well-rounded backdoor Volcom team right there.
Bro, every time I see these 2 island kids, they're growing. One of them is like 7 feet tall, Kainehe Hunt. And then Imai Kalani's filling out, getting stronger. And yeah, these kids is growing. Kianai Poi, you know.
Lau,
what?
we have broken news.
What?
Not breaking news. We got broken news. We're going to throw
What
you
happened?
down to Kaika Gutierrez standing by with this special report.
What? That was close.
Bro, that was close. I was scared, bro. We had
Crazy.
to almost evacuate. That was the nutsest thing ever, bro. Oh, glad we're safe. Glad you're still with us. Thank you for staying tuned to that special report by none other than Kaika Gutierrez. And still getting barreled out there, our surfers in this Volcom Backdoor Hale heat. I believe that was JD Irons. And getting some scores on the board, but whew, man, glad you guys are safe too. That was a close call. And I think there was just one word exchanged in that message. It was like, oh, darn it, I meant to type, this is not a drill. I meant to type, this is just a drill.
Yeah.
And somebody typed, this is not a drill. That was not funny.
And this is live action. Kainehe, 7 feet tall, Hunt.
Somehow can fit inside the barrel. And we have our special guest joining with us. Actually, that was Kaiko Gutierrez on that special report. We actually have Kaipo Guerrero here, not Kaiko Gutierrez.
Who?
But Kaipo Guerrero is here.
That's right. Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome to the show.
That's my cousin. That's my cousin.
Calabash Kai.
Oh, so glad to be able to make it. Yeah, this morning, Lau told me Oasis was junk, and then the next message I got from him was, where you?
9 a.m. start.
Yeah.
It was 9:15. There's JD getting a little tube time on the inside at Pipeline.
Yeah, Lookout World. You got the...
And one more coming flying out for JD. JD's got a couple of scores from the previous rounds. Kind of all been at Pipeline. He's a goofy foot searching for those lefts, and he's getting some of those this morning.
Oh, Will's on standby, and Rocky goes, what, we're not gonna have our three-man announce a heat like last year. It was on hold.
The sandbar.
Thought I got second. Rocky was.
It's not as clean as it was for that little shindig we had last year.
I think got a drop little
It
bit.
was.
We got a long day. We're gonna get good. It's gonna be good.
Bro, it was.
We get waves.
It was Kira in a mirror last year.
Kira in the mirror, and Rocky was laid back snapping. Yeah.
Okay, catch me up to what's been going on and catch everybody else up to what's been going on.
Congratulations, Finn McGill.
Yeah, Finn McGill, not a world champ on the North Shore, so along with John Florence, now we have a junior world champ and the world champ. So both North Shore boys taking out the title, and then big happening for me is women's world champ Vahine Fierro.
Oh, wow.
From bringing a world title to Tahiti.
That's
so
awesome.
that's beautiful. And
Our cousin.
yeah, congratulations.
She had a great showing here at Pipe last year.
Yeah.
That was amazing, bro. It's great to see her doing well, and seems like she's got a good head on her shoulders, quite humble, and good character.
Yeah, really good spirit. I'm already a giant fan of Vahine Fierro, so we're gonna see
Watch out for her.
More of her, guaranteed. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So who we got? We got Wasselhoff out there with JD. Kainehe, it's like continues to grow, and Imai Kalani DeVault.
Yep. Volcom Backdoor Hale team.
I like it. Hey, you know what? In current news, Japan had a false alarm this morning as well. So
they better watch out because they're within like a 9-iron of North Korea.
Depends, yeah.
You can hit a pitching wedge over the yellow sea or
there's a-
whatever sea that is.
Replay, that's Kainehe. And he's got a bright future in surfing or maybe the NBA. We'll see which one he's going to choose.
For now, it's
JP?
surfing. It looks like.
Yeah, athletic. This Kawaii boy is athletic. They can do anything.
That kid can dunk, I
We
guarantee
do
you.
got a park right across the street here. I've seen him warming up.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of warming up.
Hey, hope you never call in sick, Mary.
Auntie Julie, watch
obviously
out.
The boss is watching.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, everybody's is where they're supposed to be, hopefully. And we are where we're supposed to be, right here in the booth, bringing you the action. Backyard, front yard, Quicksilver House, chickens cruising at the feet, smoking cockadoodles on the side, Lau Lau, Kaibo Guerrero, Rocky Cannon, bringing you some mean backdoor shootout action.
All live at 5.
The biggest little contest in
The
the world.
And we're worldwide via saltonairstudios.com, Surfline if you want to take us with you, or Spectrum channel 1250 and 250 standard def.
And
Got all angles.
Spectrum Surf Channel will be doing the replay of this final day this evening, and then Thursday through Sunday, it'll be replaying all of the rounds. So we had some incredible longboard surfing, stand-up paddle action, body surfing, and then from round 1 through 5 up to today's competition, we had some really great waves ridden and some good times here in the booth and around the beach area. Hawaiian Water Patrol
Vice
doing
President.
very, very outstanding job as usual. Had a couple of slight injuries going down. I know Tyler Newton tweaked the shoulder, and Seth had a couple stitches in the Achilles area.
And they're still out there battling. You can't keep Seth away. Next guy in line is ready. The 5-man.
You know, hey, I like to come into the booth pretty hot, Lala. You know that. So I'm going to put you right on the spot right now.
Huh?
Are we going to have a highlight edit at any point coming from, you know?
Why you want to put me on the spot?
Because that's what I do. That's we come in here. I come in hot. I
few
sit on the hot seat, and then we got
And
something
You
to
don't
just
only
say.
come in hot,
And
you
then
coach.
deliver the heat.
You coaching at customs and whatnot.
I was moving to customs. I'm coming here back here on Friday. These guys are already doing it. Epic waves,
He's
right?
missing us.
And I'm all jet lag, hamajang, and I really don't even have a chance to, you know, get down here. But I start coaching them via text, and it didn't. I don't know. I don't think I helped.
Well, this is not that production. This is live, and we just hear him in the backyard. And we
Three
got
brothers.
the captain pulling in,
Oh.
Dave Wasselhoff
Hey now.
Kudasai.
All right.
I love that. Dave just put, what would he say on that one? He just put the meat in the taco with lettuce and onion, and that thing just worked
Gravy
out.
all over.
Gravy all over.
And with a little bit of spice.
Yeah, Sriracha. And he go mini coin slot.
And his self-proclaimed Tyrannosaurus Rex paddling skills. But he was able to stroke into that one,
Stall.
do a bottom turn, tuck in, stand tall, and really kind of throw a little shaka banger in there, come out with the two hands, patented stylish Superman exit for the man himself, Dave Wassel.
Wow, when he lifted his hand, I thought he was going uwe right there.
He did, I think. The small kind toere.
Yeah.
But,
Hula move, Tahitian drum, what you want to call it.
he's paddling through the leaf right there, working his way back around proper pipeline. Water Patrol probably going to swoop in for an assist as
Couple knees for you right there.
Yeah, and a flask.
Team Japan right there.
Hey, Daijobu.
Hey,
Bonsai,
Uncle
Kompai.
Kaviks, that's his
Original.
team right there.
Yeah.
Original Hui member. His dad was a founder as well. Uncle Kavika.
OG.
upstairs. You ever shake Uncle Kavika's hand?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that thing feel a little bit bigger than Uncle Boxer's.
Bruh,
Wow,
it's,
and that's a big paw right
Yeah.
Yeah,
there.
the top three on the podium would be him,
Yeah.
Uncle Boxer, then maybe Lance O'Connell. You felt that
The
mitt?
big hand club,
Yeah, the big hand
like
club.
mitts.
I don't know. Uncle Mel Pu'u was
It's
up
pretty
here in the
big, too.
booth.
Oh,
my
He was
God.
up in the booth here a few days ago. We gave him an award for his service in the Seating County and, of course, to the community at large. But he was sitting here, and that's
I look like it was an intermediate.
Heavy-handed.
Heavy-handed.
for
You
sure.
notice he's got the collar on the back of his hand. You don't want to get too close to the collar ever.
That's Uncle Kimo. That's Uncle Kimo. Uncle Mel get one too.
Yeah. It's a message for you.
Kaine.
And a honu on the side.
Imai?
It's probably as hard as a shell. That was one of our regular foot young bucks on that wave. The thing with this event, no color jerseys, so we do need a moment to kind of recalibrate and see exactly which rider that was, judging by style on a replay, sponsorship, board, stance, all of those things. And that was Imai.
Yeah. And then when we cannot identify him, we just say, de him.
De him.
Yeah.
And then when he stay in the barrel, we say, we him.
We him. De him.
Reason why is he went right in, right off the top. He was pulled right in and got lipped right on the noggin. We call that a wehe.
A Maui banger.
Yeah, and then I came in after Uncle Mel came in, and then
The seat was real hot.
He would stretch out my headphones
And your hat.
and that thing kept falling. I was like, why is this thing falling? It's the same one. I forgot. Uncle Mel was in here.
Yeah.
He was actually, that was a great few heats to hear from him talk about Hawaiian Water Patrol, to hear him talk about the reef here at Pipe, and even a little bit about his contests over at Makaha and upcoming Uncle Buffs. That was a really awesome time having Uncle Mel in the booth with us. Hopefully it can happen again. As checking it out in the barrel, JD Irons.
That was beautiful.
Tom Curran-esque.
Wow. Tom Carroll.
I mean, Carroll. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the black
And we're
girl.
also right behind him. But I love to get a replay of that last of JD because that was some beautiful technique just to park it.
Yeah.
He saw the stall.
Yeah.
He treated reverse real quick. Didn't want to lose it. Whap! And parked it.
He dropped a tranny.
Drop the e-brake. Clutch him.
About it. That was the parking brake right there all the way.
We're not talking about Hotel Street, by the way, dropping the tranny. But,
Wow.
but the transmission.
Watch that.
The transmission.
Yeah, that's right.
E-brake.
But,
Pop
that
the
was a
clutch.
sick one. Disappeared for a while, too.
Yeah, snapped
That
it.
was a way him, day him.
Stopped it and continued with the speed to transition. JD Irons of the island from the islands of Kauai.
Here we go. Let's check this out, you guys.
Call it Kipes.
Oh, I just going to watch it. Park, stop. Where you, foam ball, dead him. And then what?
Huh?
Slash. Not really, but
Yeah.
the barrel is the main thing.
That was the way. He did the way, but he was looking
That
up.
was the,
Uehe, Ami, and slide.
that was the
If you
falling
never
away.
know.
The song by Teresa, right? How's it, Teresa?
Oh,
Yeah.
me and slide. So,
Whoa.
scores for that one. That's going to be, I think, approaching excellent range. The scale for today, probably the most tricky thing about this event is that you have two heats already in this same round that were on a different day of competition when the waves were 12 to 15 plus Hawaiian size banging. And you got waves like this, all credit due to JD and this wave, and it's beautiful. It's just a few feet smaller and may affect the critical nature of the score. But I gotta say, for today's conditions, that's excellent.
The surfing was excellent. The technique was excellent. Yeah, we'll update you. Who we got coming up next?
Johnny Boy Jr.
JBJ.
No, that's not JBJ. Kaimane is Johnny Boy Jr. That's
That's the
Kai
air- that's
Rothman.
Johnny
Johnny
Boy-
Rothman,
Johnny
Kalal
Boy
Grace,
Airbrush
Mason
Jr.
Ho, and Ulu Boy.
Yeah, this is the all Koko Kanaka team
Oh,
by the
there you go.
Hui
All
Ohe
Hawaiian
and Nalu
blooded.
Club team.
So, when we talk about Koko, that means blood. That's going to give us translations as we go throughout the day with our Hawaiian words. So that means these guys all are Hawaiians. They have Hawaiian blood.
Yeah, we
flowing through their veins. There's Ulu Boy right there. We can tell
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
Ulu Boy's just making sure.
There was two or
Ulu,
three
I'm
times.
here now. Don't worry.
Shut up.
Nah,
We got our coach over here, general manager.
Only joking.
Yeah.
There's the man right there, Kainoa McGee, with the live updates to the ocean, calling
might
the
just say,
sets, calling the wind.
We might just say
Calling you off your
Kala Napeahi or Ulu.
We can mix it
Ulu
up
Grace.
together. Yeah, Ulu Grace. We got him.
Like to say mahalo to our presenting sponsor, Weed Maps,
Mahalo.
and their other brands they got. Real Paris OG, West Coast Cure, Flav, Connected Dispensaries, and Quality Resources.
Mahalo.
and Echo Sciences.
Download it.
Yeah, be about it.
Be about it. Mahalo.
Yeah. Yeah, one thing, Hawaii, we in reverse. We gotta get out of reverse, throw them in neutral, and imua.
And then
forward.
go forward after, put it in drive.
We're building one rail.
Might have to go drive number 1, you know, the low gear. We
Yeah.
gotta get them going from ground
The funny
level
thing is
right
when they bring the rail out and they drive them like down like 2 blocks and back. Look, it was running today, but the thing's all crooked.
Hey, I'm still worried about steel on steel in a place where we have plenty salt in the air.
Yeah, when you look at a map, it looks like we're pure salt.
Yeah.
The ocean is so huge around us with salt everywhere.
And then they passed a law, get dispensaries, but no nothing in them.
Empty.
They still gotta pay rent.
Empty dispensaries.
Almost sounds like the beach service stands in Waikiki get one
Right.
little square thing. They rent for $30,000 a month in high peak period, but when slow.
Governor Ige all gave us an excuse when we don't text people back because took 38 minutes for send that reply that it's not. It's just a drill. It's not. It's a false alarm.
And Miyagi was mean because
38 minutes, bro.
Miyagi comes out and he says, Vern.
Know what I mean,
Vern, he comes out and he says, well, you should have known because if you keep up with news, everything was cool right now between North Circle. So you guys should have known. Like, how is this excuse? Brother, this is not a drill. Came in
you know who never come in and who never care was the guys that was out surfing during that time. Because you never have your phone with you, never have sirens.
Yeah.
It's like oblivious. Probably the best place to be.
Yeah, I was sleeping.
So was Kainoa. I got his text too. I just woke up. What happened?
You're alive, brother. We got good news for you.
Yeah.
We missed.
You like the good news or the bad news? The good news is you're still alive. Bad news, we had 17 accidents within 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And nobody would pay for their food at Zippy's. They
We
all
got a
just
family
ran.
still stuck in the manhole.
Bro, they're lucky people never start looting and breaking into stores. And
I was just about to go Texaco, bro.
yeah.
Right down the road over here.
Yeah. And good thing, all the guys that kind making all kind of crimes, they never pay their phone bill or the phone they stole got found.
Speaking of phone bill, Rocky sent me the best picture this morning of one guy outside 7-Eleven begging for money so he can pay his phone bill.
How's that?
On top of the sign.
That's for real, bro.
Well,
You can't even script that.
well, that's better than the other guy.
Able-bodied and not working.
That's better than the other guy.
Drives me nuts.
Yeah.
You can, we get $15 for you, brother. Come over here, help us break down, okay?
Yeah. Charpu card.
Yeah.
Kind of a funny one. At that same 7-Eleven in the window was like a now hiring, please inquire sign
classic.
right on the window. I'm like, come on, bro.
And he was yelling at Rocky, so Rocky took his change and said, "Here."
I'd fly my change at him on penny and stick to his neck.
That's gravy all over.
And I had to just get myself out of there before it escalated because that's the thing
I know
that
that's a
drives
raw
you
nerve
crazy.
for you. It's a raw nerve for you. Especially
$15, not like any help. He wanted $15.
Especially for Rocky, he's got like 14 jobs that he got to keep working. You know what I mean? When he sees people not working, it makes him real angry because he's on his way to one of his 14 jobs.
Yeah.
You know, I got 3 jobs just to afford to live where I grew up.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
The struggle is real.
And then he said, "Oh, Kaipo, you coming? Good then. I get on VIP lesson."
Hey, we go try out all the commercials right now. Sup with Pups, go see Rocky. Taro brand, Onopoi, you need it.
Tree escrows.
Weed maps.
Yep.
Give us all the commercials.
Yep.
Yeah,
We got you
tree
covered.
escrows, soul surfing. We'll get 15 companies.
Oh, you guys.
What?
I love it.
I know.
It's great. I
just
like
said
this
that.
shot right here. This
Right
drone
there, hit
shot
that
flying into the lineup.
know.
This shows you where you got to paddle out to get to pipe through that white water. The current's pulling you to the right around to the sandbar as we watch a backdoor little action from Imai Kalani with a lot of speed down the line, boosting, but not able to stay connected as no barrel available on that wave either. So that'll be a small throwaway score for Imai Kalani, but a little fun ride. These guys, you know, even when you're sitting out there, it's a long low. It's still so awesome to be sitting at pipe with just a couple of your friends. Like, even when you're waiting for waves, just being out there, looking back at the mountain range and the houses and everybody hanging out watching from the beach. It's really fun to be in the water with just your friends, even when you're sitting there.
Here's a replay. Imai.
Trying to do a little JD kick stall right there, but wasn't quite as fortunate with the outcome and decides to just do a playful boost over a very shallow section.
You know what? Big thing's going to come from this kid right here. I've been on the prediction right now. Imai Kalani Devault, we'll probably see him. He's just got to grind out on the tour, and maybe one day he's going to be on the big show. He certainly has the talent. There's no question.
Did he attend Kamehameha?
He did Maui campus.
Okay, gotcha. I thought that was what I had heard.
You know what? When you go Kamehameha too, it's even harder to be a pro surfer because you cannot take days off. They're going to seek you down. They're going to find you. Even if you get competition, they're still going to find you. They find your name. They used to do that to Zeke. Find his name in the paper. You called in sick.
He was there.
Hey,
you got third place though. What happened?
Yeah, but you know what? The news found Kamehameha lately.
We're not going to touch that one.
Yeah, there's been too much touching already.
See? Yeah, too much touchy. Hitachi. Yeah, that's what happens.
We don't need to pile on.
Yeah, only Kaipo got his kids in, so I'm going to say that.
Oh, wow. Hey.
No holds barred. You walked into a gauntlet.
I love it.
You walked into 2 mules.
Mahalo Pawahi. We owe you big time.
Yeah. Oh, we love her.
I went Wailua and Liliho. I'm a mule dog.
Yeah.
But
don't be hybriding a mule and one dog.
Especially so close to Monsanto. You never know.
Hey, there are real mule dogs over there.
I wonder how that came about.
It's got an ass face and a bulldog back.
That's why hard.
That's why hard. What happened? Okay.
Oh, we've got a replay of what happened with the special action when of your cousin, Kaika Gutierrez.
Oh, Kaika Gutierrez.
Yeah.
Breaking news. It's always good to catch breaking news. If you missed the breaking news, we're going to bring more breaking news back to you and broke it again.
And then it'll be rebroke, and then we got to fix the news.
Yeah, let's go. Let's just see some broken news right now. Kaika Gutierrez reporting.
Channel 10.
Hey, what did we say? The struggle's real.
Yeah, the struggle is real, and
especially without
that
a
was great reporting. That was incredible news clip there. I can't believe you guys went Magic Island on that day.
Me?
To film that.
No days off.
How did you get a shot
jobs.
of Magic Island with nobody in the background?
Oh, we was gonna use a camera. There's another CNN people behind it, and I was like, we was in the coming in medium. So
hey, we came in hot. We did our thing. We did it in 3 takes. Okay, the CNN guys were still over there when we left.
Yeah,
still setting up.
Come on. Yeah, their silk smooth little mat over them.
I felt bad for the guy. I was just like, come on, bro. Like, it's not that hard. Let's do this.
Well, Kaipo was in his sports
classic. That's classic.
From,
Real News, Channel 10, Hawaii Missile Scare.
Yeah, I was scared, all right. My okole is still stuck.
Well, hey, they just came out with new instructions right now. When the missile alert comes back, there's a new position that you're supposed to assume. You got to make sure you're in a seated position first. And then what you want to do is put your head right down by your knees and kiss your okole goodbye.
We call that the okole maluna. Cheers.
Because I no more concrete. Everything is wood around me.
Okole Maluna and then Aloha.
Aloha. Oh, this guy from the south.
Good morning to our viewers on the beach and our viewers watching around the world, especially on Spectrum Surf right here in Hawaii. Mahalo Dean Luke for the All Surf All Day channel 1250 and 250 on regular dial, and also on surfline.com, going worldwide. And a lot of folks tuning in across the globe and even sending us some mahalos and good vibes from all over. So mahalo for that.
4-star rating, gang.
And saltandairstudios.com.
Saltandairstudios.com. We're going to be bringing you live events all year long. Going to be a big year for Salt and Air Studios. There was a piahi yesterday with the red cams right in the channel. Bomb's future of surfing, foiling, Kailani, first time going at the wave.
Oh.
Hopefully we can bring that to you later.
You got an exclusive on that
reel.
one, maybe. I didn't think you was going to bust that out.
Whoa.
You couldn't help yourself right there.
I could not. I was editing Gutierrez and Peahi all at the same time. Multitasking.
Here's a cat in the bag. Now it's out.
Yeah. And,
but stick around. We're going to hopefully bring some of that stuff
and we're
up,
also going to go live for the first time in eons, the Buffalo Big Board, 42nd annual Big Board Classic at Makai, February 17th. We're going to run 4 days from then. Every day, 6 inches or 40 feet, we're running.
Yeah.
So,
and all kind of divisions, right? We got the team bully board division. We're going to have team bodyboard. We got the tandem. We got the team stand-up. Of course, the subscotch. Everybody wants to see the subscotches.
Oh, yeah.
hardware.
And then
Canoe surfing.
where everything happens is the canoe surfing, because there's no substitution for a 4-man wave riding canoe. I know you guys having fun on your subscotches, getting blown up left and right, but the canoe, that's the OG.
Yeah.
The OG wave rider.
Yeah, nothing like...
And that was even before surfing, in my opinion, because canoes were around. I think that's where surfing was adopted from, was like they caught a wave on a canoe, like, whoa, we can do this.
My great-grandpa then was the first canoe surfers.
But
Rocky used to be a substitute history teacher, so if he bring you all these...
Rocky will substitute everything. Now he first string. And all kind sports, Hawaiian, Indo-Native technologies, coming to you live at Makaha. We're the only place you can get canoe surfing, alaya, and every watercraft, and being saved by a PWC watercraft. So Hawaiian Water Patrol, that's the birth, where it all started here and there with Uncle Terry and Uncle Brian, Mel, Herbie Fletcher, Uncle Squiddy, all the Indo-Natives putting that on the map and bringing that to the world. And live, as we can see,
JD Irons.
JD.
Grabbing a rail.
There him.
He no stay. Here we go, paddling, having a look. That is Kainehe Hunt. And Kainehe.
Hunting for a barrel.
And gets in there for a little quick cover. And slides out with a big roundo and kicks out. You see his... lengthy frame, getting in that little backdoor barrel.
So I'm hearing
the end of the heat.
Yeah. Kainoa McGee with the countdown, so that's going to be it. Tally it up for Volcom Backdoor Hale. Coming up next, Hui Nalu, Mako Rothman, Ulu Boy Napiahi, Kala Grace, and Mason Ho.
Dave Wassel coming in on a little wave after his heat. We're going to watch a couple of quick highlights and a recap of this Volcom Backdoor Hale Heat number 4 as Wassel and Imai Kalani make their way back to shore. You see that current ripping over those rapids right there. JD Irons opened up with a little side slipping backdoor inside special, and then it was Wassel with a nice backdoor gem that opened up for him right there, was able to stall, tuck in, stand tall, and come out clean. Dave Wassel style. And then JD Irons with the best wave of the heat, parked it in a little bowl full of candy right there with the pipeline pit. Awesome surfing from JD Irons on that particular wave. And went for the backdoor attempt just for good measure. Couldn't squeeze out of that one. We'll be right back with more. The Hui Backdoor Shootout action. The Hui Nalu club team coming up next.
This is the payoff. The payoff. Time to get rough, it's time to get tough. And oh, I see is there's no room for greed, so much poverty, but we all gotta eat. Yeah, our dogs gotta eat. Oh, I know his character's built to struggle. And time to get rough, it's time to get tough. And time to get rough, it's time to get tough. And no matter what it's like outside, children will always play. The sun will always shine. Chase my clouds away. Chase my clouds away. No matter what it's like outside, children will always play. No matter what it's like outside. If you see a white trail of water dripping high and low, hey, 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 it is the trail of the Oheina
Aloha, shakahiaka. Good morning, and welcome to heat number 5 of round 5 of the Hui Backdoor Shootout presented by Weed Maps, all in memory of the Duke and the team Hui Ohe'enalu team, all Hawaiian team, Jace.
All Kanaka, Hey Kanaka, Koko, Makuakai Rothman, Ulu Boy, Napeahi, Kala Grace, and his cousin, my nephew, Mason Showtime Ho.
That's right. So during that break, we got to see some highlights from some outstanding waves so far for the Hui Ohe'enalu team. Here we are. Here's our site. And
There we are,
And what do you guys
right
say?
below.
Right behind the R on the monster.
Oh, okay. And we'd like to also thank again Monster Energy, Weed Maps,
Taro Brand,
Harrow Brand, all the
Cocoa,
teams.
coconut water,
Aloha
as well as
Salads.
Kona Red.
Kona Red. I couldn't get a red. And yeah, Weed Maps. We got all their other brands they have.
That's right.
They have all kind of swag and whatnot. Thank you for the swag, Eric and crew. And brother Mike. We got the Real Paris OG, West Coast Cure, Flav, Connected Dispensary, and Quality Resources, along with Echo Sciences.
Yeah, Bule. Right there's Brother Mace with the for sale sign on the side of his head. You can put your logo here.
Or
is what
autograph.
it says right there on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Uluboy Napeahi, or is that Kalagris?
Yeah. See, now
That's
we're gonna
Ulu
make
Grace and Kala.
There's a lot of
Napeahi.
pressure to get this one right and not make a hybrid.
Ulu boy came in here, stick his head in the boot. Hey, you guys can tell me and Kala apart. Kaipo said
I
yes.
don't know. Go where?
Kaipo's like, yes, I'm
I was
here.
gonna say, yeah, put one Nakai and one red wig on,
Yeah.
one red afro. Let's see.
Boozy the Clown, remember that?
All right.
Ah. Okay,
Yeah.
so we got some paddling. Let's see some waves. No real points updates, huh? So we're going to keep you guys in mysteries right now, but it's going to come at some point.
See that?
Yeah.
That's for me.
Everything's being tallied. We got 3 judges up there that are well
Oh,
qualified.
thank you to our judges.
We got Pancho Sullivan,
Yep.
Sean Briley,
Yep.
Miles Padaka.
Yep. 2 red
Pancho,
Raiders.
Miles, and
you
Miles. That's a
can't-
pretty awesome
Like a
crew.
show. I'll
That
I'll
is
make
like
that a
heavy
show.
set credibility right there. That
Oh,
is,
yeah. Yes.
can I really question the scores?
Yeah.
Because
Because Bradley was doing all this when he was 14. You pretty much can't impress him out here. And then you got Pancho. He won this event before. You got Miles, Triple Crown champion, World Cup champion, and a champion coach, all in their own rights. And yeah, they got the real deal up there. So you don't got no judges from Kansas and Oregon. This is real. Real, pipe proven, backdoor proven, sunset proven, just proven, period. Kind of like the North Shore traffic, proven.
And like the Hui slogan, pit proven,
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah,
from years ago, still running that one. So
Yeah.
that's a good way to put it.
Not to be confused with the Emu pit proven, Kahaki'i and Brother
Damakain
Cliff.
Pupukia side.
hey, but you know what? Speaking of traffic, I got a public service announcement right now.
Yep.
Guess what? There's turtles at Laniakea.
Okay.
But do not stop do not park, do not cross the street, do not look at the turtles, don't try to talk to the turtles, don't take the turtles pictures. There's plenty of places that you can go and not make all kind of traffic and see turtles at the same time. So the only reason ever to go to Laniakea and park is a North Swell.
And
That was brought to you
by Kaika Gutierrez.
Kaika Gutierrez reporting.
Go see. Actually, yeah, you can go see turtles at the aquarium or Sea Life Park.
Yeah.
Just go, pay the admission, go over there, easy.
I heard Ikaika Gutierrez got a new show coming out, the Dog Whisperer Hawaiian.
What's up?
version.
What a cat? Like, how many cats are you gonna let out of the bag already? There's another kitten.
Oh, get
Yes.
undagi and they're deep fried.
That was.
That was the mongoose out of the bag.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Check it out. Paddling. Who is it?
That's
None other
Ulu.
than Ulu boy Napeahi.
Nobody wanted to put
That
their
one.
head out on that one.
Oh yeah, that was on time, you guys.
It's
The
all
one guy,
time.
the one guy to have the drone shot for. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
10:20 and it was all time. It's a long day ahead of
It's
us.
a long day.
So
Yep.
I think at some point we're going to get Kainoa McGee down here.
Yep, like
to,
right after this heat.
to get going. And up and riding at Backdoor, that's Makua Kai Rothman looking for
Something.
a cover up, but nothing happening. No barrel, kicks out,
Save the
paddling
energy.
back out.
Save the energy. Peahi yesterday.
Oh,
Vest on. Safety vest on. Now he makes trunks, and we got a replay here of Jimmy Uluboy na Peahi o Mokua Keave Keia. A little smell the underarm exit. We call it the under over, not the under. Not to be
Unforgettable.
confused with Ama under. You ever seen the Ama under?
Yeah.
You know what that is?
The Ama-anda is when you're upside down, huh?
No, the Ama is when the Ama go under and you fly out the canoe.
It's like a catapult.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like an E-check button.
like an
Not to be
E-check
confused with
catapult.
the missile launch
Catapult.
button.
Yeah, we've had enough talk about buttons already.
Oh, yeah.
man. This-
Let's talk about zipper.
Let's talk about Kaluhi Okolani.
yeah. The real button. There you go.
Yeah, we're gonna have Uncle Butts on one wave. I'll let you know what wave he would take.
All of our spiritual
Oh.
brothers still with us.
I seen
Surfing Pipeline.
Kala out the back. Not Grace, but Mungai.
Oh, bro, hold on. I got to check my flip phone. I just got a message from Manila.
Kalamungai, you know what that is? Kalamungai is the
Go, boy,
Filipino.
go, say.
Kalamungai is the Filipino superfood. Yeah, every nationality has one.
That's right. And what's a Hawaiian superfood?
It's like a taro.
Kalo?
A kalo.
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 It's like
not,
a kalo.
Not to be confused with.
Not with the kalo moon guy.
Yeah, not the
Not
not
the
the
kalo.
popolo guy on the moon,
Not
but
the
the plant.
kalo. Not the kalo moon guy.
I knew you.
Hey, you leave yourself open with that. I'm coming in and grabbing it.
The Hawaiian farmer on the moon. The kalo moon guy.
Wow.
There's a moon.
Oh, that's Buchelemano. Now we're going Helemano.
Helemano. Plantation.
We're just going to take you around the island.
You get him.
Yeah.
Rock, you gotta meet Uncle Butch. Impersonate. Yo, look at Jason just dropped in on you right
Oh,
now.
we've been dropping it hot every...
Yeah.
Oh, she brushed her hair today.
Every coming back into the show, there's the Huyo Hitenalu Buchelemano song coming through, and he gave probably about 27,000 hoods already.
That's patented, you know.
Yeah.
You know how much you owe? $5 one.
Oh, that's like, well, Jerry owed me 74 slices still.
For Jerry's Pizza.
Yeah. The Jerry's time clock. Yeah, I'd like to say hello to Jerry. Get well, my brother.
Well, everybody owes you a lot of lao laos in that case.
Yeah, easy on
I'll
the
take
gravy.
one.
Yeah.
Chicken.
Pa'akai sprinkles.
Chicken lao lao. No butterfish.
Yeah, no more enough oil on top.
Yeah,
I'd like to say hello to all our guys on camera. We got Mr. Morgan at the Weed Maps compound, camera 1, camera 2, Toddy T, right here in front of us on the Monster Cam. We got Laurel on the Vocum Pipe Cam. We got Pat Myers on the drone. Larry on the Hawaiian Water Patrol Cam. And Ulu Boy coming in hot with a roundhouse to follow. Slams it off the...
And
The
here
section.
goes Kala Grace. He's got a blue board. That helps a lot. Thank you, my brother. Pulling in
Come
deep.
on.
Coming
Coming
out.
out.
Atta boy.
Giving
that
a
was
chew.
a
Looked like
deep one.
Looked like a Glen Pang special he running.
That
He looked
was
back with a look back at Ulu Boy. Look what we got.
That was a knock. Who's
Yeah.
there? Lai
Way to
Chi
go.
Hu.
Yeah.
Lai Chi Hu.
We got the lifeguard captain Wassel ready to come in on the next heat call with Kaino McGee.
Yup.
And maybe Kaipo gonna stay with them because Kaipo, he owes some time, or you gonna take a break?
Only if this depends on Rocky. I'm gonna call this. This is Rocky's show. He's been here since day number
It's a
one.
Rocky and
He's been
Logo
the
show.
play-by-play guy. He's been anchoring it down. So in this case, I defer that question to Mr. Cannon, and I just take instructions today. I'm a guest appearance over here. Thank you for having me at the Hui Backdoor Shootout.
Yeah, thank you for your other boss for letting you come.
Actually,
You get plenty bosses. Plenty jobs, plenty bosses.
yeah,
bro.
plenty I actually hope my boss is not watching on Surfline. To tell you the truth.
Don't
Yeah.
worry, I see his cell phone. There's some orders going
Yeah.
through.
His boss,
He's got
Mrs.
emails.
Guerrero. Yeah, he was already gone, so I know get work for me
Mrs.
done.
G.
We get some
Oh,
product.
look
and
at
then-
that spitter. And look at this replay on your screen of Ulu Boy just getting a little shade time from the morning sun.
With a
beneath
Honolulu
the
round
lip.
turn.
And then right here, Kala Grace deep disappeared where he stared. There him. Coming
Oh,
out.
you know what's mean about Kala as we watch this replay
Look at
from
that.
the other angle and it just comes out beautifully? He's wearing the Mason Host signature board shorts right there. So brothers are sharing with each other.
Oh,
That's what we
what?
love to see.
Yeah.
They're
You know
what I
cousin.
mean?
It is a cousin.
Yeah, they're in the same
First
league, same
cousin.
team.
Yeah.
Kala
Oh, yeah.
is the Michael and Derek's sisters. Is his mom,
Yep.
Marianne,
Yeah.
whole Hawaiian.
They are first cousins.
First cousins. And he get that whole style on the Glen Pang, I think, board. Again, shout outs, everybody, Minami, Glen Pang, Eric Arakawa, Tokoro,
Papacino.
Heisel, Papacino,
Sino Magallanes,
and everybody out there.
Chuck Andrews.
Chuck.
Oh, now you see when you start making the list, you're
Ben,
gonna go down the whole
Aipa,
list.
Akila,
Now you see what happened.
Akila,
Keone
I never
Downing,
foil yet.
Now what you gonna do?
Oh, yeah,
Keep
I don't
on
know.
going.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of guys.
Okay, well, I was getting
But
back
you know
to
what the point that Lala was going to make right now is when you come to Hawaii and you visit, don't bring boards because we got plenty of boards over here for you to buy.
Yeah, the
made by
one-
great shapers, glassed by great glassers, and sanded by some okay sanders.
For these conditions.
Yeah.
For these
And
conditions.
this
yeah.
is these are special waves that require special equipment,
Yeah, and special people.
in our special opinion.
Special.
Special. Sometimes if you get the 2-for-1 special, that's when you get 2 barrels, 1 wave. Or when you go to
2 items for price
to
of
the
1
kind
item.
plate lunch places and you get 2 items for the price of
That's
1.
right.
And you fill up your stamp card.
You get the kind.
Bulgogi and Meat John.
Beef bimbap.
Bibimbap.
I've been on a Korean kick lately. I don't know.
Oh,
In Australia.
I don't know. Like this
In
is
Australia?
like no, since I've been back home,
Oh.
and I don't know if like I was feeling like this missile thing
subconsciously.
because I was already eating plenty Korean foods as soon as I
Straight
landed.
to kimchi 7.
Kimchi number 7.
2 and number 7.
All right, here we go. Some sets approaching. We'll see who's in position. And it is Kala
Kala.
Grace up and riding. Going to take advantage of some empty pipeline sneaking in right there for a quick one. And a little heels up kick out.
Yeah, and this is that kind of contest where, you know, you get that local talent getting to get on this stage. Like I said before in previous broadcasts, that they would never have the opportunity to be on a stage like this to the world.
Yeah, getting the empty waves, which is like having, just a whole playground to perform on. And then getting photographer shots.
With no
and
jersey.
No jersey, sponsors on your board. Beautiful sunlight looking in. You're going to see a lot of these pictures on your social media and print media campaigns coming up over the next few months. Guaranteed. There's been some gem epic rides.
Yeah.
And being able to get that shot with your outfit of choice.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this
Or
shot.
your hair.
Look at this shot right here. I still see Mason just talking story out there. He's holding court right now.
Don't worry, we're going to have it
He's
in
going to
here
be next
later.
in line, though, because we should be playing by gentlemen's rules, right? We
Yeah.
should have some type of
Or
rotation
cousin
happening.
rules.
Or cousins. Here we go. Ulu boy, looking back door.
Stalling, waiting
And?
for it, grabbing it, coming out, little cover up, slams it off the top, looking like Akalupo style. and a little mid-face turn and out. Little Aki influence there.
That would be Aki if he never seen shade for a year.
I don't know, but he wouldn't be that brown.
I know he couldn't be.
Not even cannot then.
Well, if
Be the
Aki,
Aki lobster.
well, Aki could be like his color if he never took a bat for a while.
Well, well done. Well done.
Gotta get color, you know what I mean?
Crispy and well done for
Yeah.
sure. And great little north angle backdoor wave right there for Ulu Boy. Just to have fun. Might as well catch waves while you're out there. And it's, round 6 is on standby. We're not even sure quite yet. We're going to keep an eye on the conditions. As you guys know, this event ran for the surfers, by the surfers, and they all have input into what takes place throughout the day as far as if we're going to progress into the next round. We're on tap for that. Just watching the conditions as we go through round 5.
That's right. So we're looking at the teams. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams, right?
Yup.
8 times 4 is 32. So we have 32 contest directors in this contest.
With couple on the side.
And a couple on the side.
it's
We're
like
going to
the
make it
NFL.
an easy 40.
with couple popses and
Yeah.
uncles and,
and general
so we get
managers,
side
Yeah.
influence.
40
Yeah.
contest directors.
arms. Yeah.
Oh, so good. Hey, so who do you guys think? I mean, give me the top 3 rides so far.
Keito Matsuoka
Yeah, saw
had
that
an
one.
11. Nate Florence
Yep.
had a 10.5.
Awesome.
Seth Moniz had a 10.
Yep.
So those are our top 3. Balaram Stack,
Yeah,
Mr.
well,
Ball Stack himself,
Yeah.
He
has
must have
had
the
some
lead.
incredible rides. And so he's got to be up near the top. As far as consistency, there's been a consistent performance from Torrey Meister, has got some
Oh, yeah.
excellent scores on the board.
Sorry.
And Cole Smith was able to rack up a couple the last round. So it's really stacked near that top 6. They've all got some really excellent rides. And it's going to come down to, we don't know this yet, but how many waves are being kept per surfer. Whether it's 2, 3, 4, or 5 waves, that's still to be determined.
The pie.
And the surfers will help determine that.
Yeah.
So there you go. Well, thank you.
We make them as we go, gang. There's nothing set in stone.
So we get all 40
Right, it's
contest
like that
directors
kind-
inside a room, and then we're going to discuss this.
And everybody
we're
gonna
get
drink half Monster. Yeah. Polole. Next heat, we got Kainoa and Waso coming in with that pipeline, big wave knowledge, and life-saving standpoint.
So over the weekend, a couple of things had me in shock.
Oh,
for
no.
one, Saturday morning, that
Yeah.
was pretty shocking. But, not having the siren go off and not having the radio interrupt the broadcast, because I was listening to talk radio.
Yeah.
There was no broadcast interruption, so I was kind of suspicious off the bat. But nonetheless, it was terrible and should not happen like that. And then on Sunday, 21 points in the first quarter by my Jaguars against the Steelers. Brah, I was in football fandom heaven
this guy was
over the
texting me.
weekend.
I try to leave him alone because I know how it is. Just quiet during my game with my team. But this guy,
my daughter
he
was
just-
sleeping, so I was doing muted jumping jacks
Yeah.
and fist pumps
Nice.
and running around the house when the touchdowns were being scored.
And then he just found out his neighbor was a big Steelers fan, and the neighbor, big Hawaiian guy, sent his 8-year-old daughter over to cheer for the Steelers.
That is
It
fun.
was his son. No, it was funny. It was good. Our neighborhood is super tight knit, and it's a pretty awesome block that we live on. And he was like, "Go Steelers!" And jokingly, I was like, "Hey boy, you got to watch your language around here." Jokingly so, but it was a good vibe, good game, and I think
How
there's
are the
enough
Vikings?
There's
I want to talk about those
That's
guys.
pretty awesome. I
Last
think
play they won.
there's enough New England Patriot haters that we got some fans
Right,
this
right,
weekend
right.
coming up.
By default.
Yeah.
We'll
Roger
take
that,
it.
Roger
Take
that.
anything you
But
can
the
get.
Vikings, I actually
Incredible.
left for a bike ride with the
Oh.
kids.
You thought it was over.
I thought it was over.
I
And
So
think
did the Vikings.
everybody thought it was. You know what?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the funniest thing
crazy.
is, I got to shout out to Keikoa Owai because I owe him one of the only Viking fans in Nanakuli and the whole west side. Oh, no, Max Holloway too.
Yeah.
Max Holloway.
They get the helmet.
They get the purple
horns.
jersey. No, but Keikoa Owai is just die hard. And shout out to Cowhers and his crew.
Here we go. Check it out. Ulu Boy up and riding it backdoor, snapping off the top. And then one more nice rip
Oh, the Honolulu tree bang combo.
right into the rocks at Honolulu right there if you're going right, but that's okay. Over there on the other side of the river. Beach
Yeah. So I'd like to mahalo to our sponsors again. Weed Maps presenting this 2018 Backdoor Shootout. all in memory of the Duke. And you can catch us on the webcast, surfline.com, embedded video, and saltonairstudios.com. Also bringing you the 42nd annual Buffalo's Big Board Classic next month. Check it out. Kaipo, how was Australia?
It was summertime down there. It was nice.
Oh,
Kind of small waves. I think I missed a bunch of swell over here. But it was nice. I enjoy when you're kind of coming home with a winning team too, you know?
yeah. It was worth it.
So that was good, yeah.
Oh, and it was his birthday the other night, huh?
Yeah.
Finn McGill, congratulations.
Thunders, yeah.
Happy birthday. All that stuff. Yeah. So we got the land heating up and heating up my back of my neck. And just a beautiful day in Hawaii. Aloha po.
There's our next heat
Elua.
getting ready.
Yeah.
That
Tuesday,
is
Kenya.
Ola Eleogram from Maui.
Ola Organic.
Whoa,
Triple O.
Hey, how's Ola on his first wave? First time surfing Peahi. This kid sent it. Got a big one just the first time. How is this new level of surfing now, by the way? You got to surf Pipe Friday and then wake up Saturday morning.
75
dodge a
footer.
missile first. And then after you dodge the missile, catch a ride on a plane just like this, but
Kala
way
Grace.
more big.
Kala.
Kala. So that was a beautiful wave by Kala. Then you have to fly over to Maui, catch a bunch of 40-footers
Yeah.
for 2 days,
Yeah.
then come back here and surf in the shootout. That's a
Shucks.
busy weekend.
What a life.
Man, yeah.
And look how short him. The wave must have looked 75 feet.
I think I'd rather dodge a missile than some of those waves.
Yeah. Trust me, it looked like bombs.
Those are
coming.
bombs going off for sure on that reef at Peahi. And yeah, the level of surfing, the demand of what it takes to be a committed athlete these days in surfing. You got to go big, small, all around.
Matuatai.
And Makuakai Rothman going around this section for a little JBG action, backhand off the top at Pipeline.
JBG the third because Johnny Boy Jr. is Kaimana Henry.
Oh. Did you just invent that?
No.
No? It's
been going.
it's
What?
been
I
going?
thought you was watching us.
I lied.
He's just coaching on the blind.
I was.
Coaching on the blind. No, because he knows you so well. That's why he's
Don't
like,
talk about
"Bruh."
football. Don't.
I watched a little bit.
Small cousin.
That was all he could watch was a little bit. He's like,
Then I
"Oh,
get Morgan
geez."
over here putting on stickers on my monitor. Watch me. Talk about me. Because I'm never addressing what's on the screen. And
We
he's
got
yelling.
we got a 13-inch screen with a 48-foot peripheral.
Yeah. And Kaino scream. We're going to scream. A Portuguese.
But yeah, we're watching the screen. Give you guys a live play-by-play. We've also got a view to the actual lineup off our shoulder right here that we're trying to be disciplined on the screen, just like Kala Grayson, that nice disciplined backhand big dog right there.
With the Hawaiian style form.
Clean in and out.
Matuatai on the left. Sizing it up. Waiting for it. Not much to offer. And does a nice top turn with his Johnny Boy airbrush and his California tan. Coming in to the inside, staying loose. 5 minutes remaining in this heat. Number 5 of this round. We started on heat 3. And that was Ulu Boy,
Ulu
not
Boy.
Peahe, with the air dismount. And unreal, all these bigger guys with their agile moves. Aerial kickouts. Wind coming at you the right way. What you looking at?
Just your vocabulary. So I was watching
Are you
your
just-
vocabulary for
Not bad,
1
huh?
second, but I'm like, wow.
Not bad, huh?
Where'd you go with that one? That was like 4 3-syllable words all in one sentence.
A dabba
Bring it
dabba
more.
do.
Here's a replay. Ulu boy. See how?
Look stink eyeing me over here.
Oh man.
Oh, and
he landed that.
Oh, that's
He
some
landed
scriblets
it.
for dismount. Scriblets. Show me some
Dismount
scriblets.
scriblets.
Not to be confused with Dingleberry.
Not to be confused with corn on the cob.
And it'll be like
But,
Mike Tomlin and
Niblets. That's what I was thinking about, niblets.
Oh, how about you see Mike Tomlin, the Pittsburgh coach? He had a little undagi stuck in
Oh,
his
he
beard.
did, bro. I seen him. Looked like a little fishing lure, the kind of glowworm, but stuck on his lip right there, like he just
Yeah.
took the bait. But he was in a disbelief.
Yeah. He's like, come on, man.
Well, I got to say it, thanks to some terrible coaching calls by him and his staff, my team is now 1 game away from the Super Bowl. So thanks, Coach. That 1 4th down, we're going to get all into that later on our social media channel because we're trying to watch some pipeline here, gang.
Beautiful day with the drone. We got the Salt and Air drone coming in.
And there is Uncle Kaviks and the Ohana.
And his arms and his future. Mason Ho, he's just going to wait. Mason is doing the Sonny Garcia, Kelly Slater. I'm going to just sit here and wait for the best wave. Yeah. You know why? He's waiting for one rock stick up in front of him. Then he like surf.
It's got to be more low tide.
Yeah. Got to have one island he can ollie over.
He'd like to bunny hop over an obstacle first.
Yeah.
And then do a cheater 5 floater.
Yeah. And
with a cross step.
And then with a reverse Archie grab and switch the grab in the barrel.
Oh, those were mean.
Yeah.
Actually, Mason's had some good waves too. We're getting updated, Kaipo, on some of the stuff we've seen, and there's been some excellent, by no surprise, showmanship by Mason.
Hawaiian.
Hoedown.
And we're talking about how Mason is kind of like that local, he has that local John skill. Like, he's so good and he does so much and he's technically sound in the air game. So you expect a lot from him and you don't realize all the stuff he does on one wave.
Hey, you know what? And sometimes that can make it hard because then the judges expect a lot from these guys, you know? So it might be harder for some super talented surfers to get big scores because everybody's expecting fireworks from him every time.
Yeah.
But no need worry here because...
And Jamie O'Brien was before him, that level. Like, he's so good.
And
he's
when
so
you make it look too easy sometimes.
Yeah, the bar is, you expect
the blessing and the curse.
Yeah, especially when you do 7 poses on one barrel.
Yeah, it's like to rack them up and
come out with the quarter-malo.
Yeah.
the
half malo.
Airdrop in, Makai.
Boom.
Oh, he's getting his Rocky point on.
Well, that's
and out the back, somebody
going to be lower than his 9-point score he scored the other day with able to make it out of one with Kala Grace, a lazy cutback and a kick out, essentially right there for Kala. And a few minutes remaining in this Huyo Hit and Nalu Heat. We're going to bring on Dave Wassel and Kainoa McGee for the call up next. We'll leave it up to Kaipo Guerrero if he wants to hang out with those guys and talk story a little bit. That's all good.
Or he come coach me on the side.
The tree headset banger is fun to take advantage of.
We'll let the boys in and then we'll keep you actually running the show because you're already good with the transitions with the direction.
No, he's going up there.
I'm going to handle some beach announcing.
Okay. Then I'm coming in.
You better
why you act like you was asking me?
You better be quiet for we send.
Why never just tell me?
You better be quiet for we send you up there.
He was asking me.
I think I had an option. I forgot that you didn't realize I was going to go up and do some beach announcing.
Yeah, and I'm going in the truck and cut some more.
And he's going to go direct and edit.
And
there you go. All right.
Yeah, what I do.
Look forward to it then.
I'm trying to get that Peahi footage to you guys. Like I said, last night I finished that Ikaika Guitars edit, and then I was downloading the footage, showing you that one clip, and my machine crashed. And then I tried to do it on the way here in the car. Don't ever do that. And
it's just Kaika. It's not Ikaika.
Kaika.
It's just Kaika.
Yeah.
Kaika.
So to go, it's got the flow.
Not to be confused with Ikaika.
And then another thing with Lau Lau, we talk about don't text and drive. Never text and drive. Don't take it to the next level and try to edit and drive at the same time.
It was rendering.
You will get a ticket.
I was rendering and driving.
And don't text under the influence. You're going to get a TUI.
You think you're funny because it's 1 a.m. or you're all slick.
Yeah.
But read them the next day. Oh.
Don't make sense.
Not make sense.
Or it makes too much sense. You get busted.
Like Rocky just shut me down today. Bye. And here we go. A replay of the flyaway of Uluboy, smuggler on the arm exit.
Some nice little waves ridden in that Huyo Hit and Nalu Heat. Nothing huge, but Kala did have the deepest barrel of that heat that you'll see coming up right here on your screen. Beautiful, disappeared, way him, de him. Little special at pipe. And then Uluboy with the grab rail at backdoor. Some of the fun action that was occurring here for this 2018, the Hui Backdoor Shootout. And
Lala
were
couldn't
saying?
help himself, because you were watching the replays, but he was pointing at the live action.
Watch me,
We're watching
watch
right
me.
now. We're watching Makai Rothman right now. He's on your screen.
And we're going to take you guys to a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with more action. It'll be heat number 6, the Hui Wax number 2. Coming up next, Billy Kemper, Eli Olsen, Ola Eleogram, Torrey Meister. And we'll be back with Dave Wassel, Kainoa McGee in the booth, along with Kaipo Guerrero. Enjoy the action. We'll be right back with more. The Hui Backdoor Shootout presented by Weed Maps, all in memory of the great Duke. We'll be right back. Stay right there.
This is the payoff. This is the payoff. Characters built to struggling. Time to get rough, it's time to get tough. When time to get rough, it's time to get tough. And I see is there's no room for greed, so much poverty, but we all gotta eat. Yeah, our dogs gotta eat. I know it's characters built to struggling. Time to get rough, it's time to get tough. When time to get rough, it's time to get tough. And
And welcome back to the Hui Backdoor Shootout in memory of Duke Kahanamoku and presented by Weed Maps. Kaipo Guerrero here along with Captain Dave Wassel, as well as a man who can ride pipeline in 3 different ways. Kainoa McGee is with us too.
All right, good morning, folks, and we're back.
Hey,
Me and
Kainoa.
Captain Dave.
Kainoa, I was really impressed during the Japan heat on your Nihongo. You're very, very good. You're bilingual, trilingual, 5 linguals?
Domo arigatou gozaimasu. No, just enough to do surf lessons. That is the extent of it. But I'm fluent in English and Pidgin English as well.
So we're going to bring the Pidgin
bilingual,
too.
bilingual.
Trilingual. I'm going to give you Nihongo too.
Bilingual. Nihongo desu koshi desu.
And we saw Dave also. We saw you get a couple barrels out there. We saw you got a nice one, thread right through. That was a nice way to warm up your morning, Dave.
It was a great way to start the day. Thank you very much for bringing that up. And, you know, I don't know if it compares to the past few days of competition, but the crowd out there is phenomenal.
There you go.
Yeah, crowd rules.
3-man crowd. You see the Meister cheering squad right there. Torrey Meister is out with the Hui Wax number 2 team with Billy Kemper, Eli Olsen, and Olamana Eleogram.
I was a fan of Torrey Meister, but those last few days of competition, Torrey was taking it to another level. He was just charging on anything that is even remotely close to his paddling for, and even if he shouldn't have gone, he went on a few of them, and you know, obviously it paid off on a couple of waves there for sure. But he had some gnarly wipeouts, as did our Keito Matsuoka, who had the highest scoring single wave of the event with an 11. You know, Wakita, Takayuki Wakita as well. Like, these guys are just charging hard. Balaram Stack Got a couple of really sick waves. He got a 9.5 and a 9.67 in one heat. And in a competition with the waves, the way they've been lately, so up and down, obviously today's not as big as it was the last day that we ran. These competitors are really good at adjusting and making, making moves live here.
Get him.
Up and riding. Torrey Meister, I think I proposed to him over the live beach feed last week, or the last day. I was so impressed. Oh, unable to make that one. Like I said, though, still charging. And as fans, as MCs, as judges, as commentators, that's what we want to see. I mean, that's the whole point. You have 3 other guys in the water. There's no excuses. It's not a advancement type of event, so there's no excuse. You're free surfing. If it's there, go.
Hey, Dave, give us a little. I want a grade today for Pipeline today, because no better person to ask than yourself.
Honestly?
Yeah, no, we don't want you to lie.
Honestly, I would say that it doesn't meet the expectations of the past few days. The Backdoor Shootout is the best surfers at the best wave when it's really firing. Seeing how it's the last day of our waiting period.
Gotta go.
Not an option.
People actually chose to run it.
Right.
Now,
how's the process work with that? Like, how?
Okay,
you guys all
that's
vote?
a great.
You guys all vote on this
yes.
one?
Okay. So let's talk about how this whole event is run. Everybody, we have 8 teams, so we have 8 team captains. Everybody gets together and makes that call in the morning. There is not one person saying this is what happens. These are the rules. This is how it goes. It's a democracy, and it's a 12-point scale. And at the end of the day, you just tally your best. Depending on how many rounds we run, 3 to 4 waves. And those are going to... It's like an eddy format.
And that's still to be determined, right?
Look at this. I'm like sandwiched in between 2 handsome Hawaiians. It's like an Oreo cookie, but different.
It's the brown...
This is the light chocolate. This is the
Lala. There you go.
I'm the potato in the middle.
In the middle.
But, it's a great way for everybody to get waves out at Pipeline, which is a very, very crowded spot. We've done a great job of actually... expressing to the world how much each one of these waves is worth. Eddie Rothman and his group of friends at the Hui Backdoor said, you know what, we're going to actually start a club and make sure that the local guys get their share.
Right.
That's really what happened here. And so some of the local surfers, I just happen to be one of them.
And it's happened numerous times in history, and we've had some of the best waves of the winter. Every winter happened during this event for years.
Last year,
the year
the
before.
last 4 years for sure. Not only in the best waves of the winter itself, but best competition held for sure as well.
And why? Because we don't always run. There can be years where this event never runs because the waves don't meet the expectation.
If it doesn't meet the criteria, then it's a wash, and you just try it again. You're not going to be forced to hold it in substandard conditions.
Correct. So your money just rolls over in your entry fee into the next year. And that not only raises the caliber of the event, but every surfer involved with it.
And that's why we call it the biggest little contest in the world, because the action is really, really big. And I think we got Kainoa McGee might come in with some new news for us. He got briefed.
Yeah, so we got some information. This goes way back to actually the first surfing contest ever held on the North Shore at Sunset Beach was the Duke Kahanamoku surf contest, named obviously after Duke Kahanamoku, world's greatest waterman and all of that. But the first year of the event, they didn't actually even have any Hawaiians invited into the event.
Ouch.
Owie.
Yeah.
Ooh, that kind of hurts.
Right. And so we had 2 of our local surfers, Eddie Aikau and Barry Kanaiapuni, paddled out, and then the next to surf in the event, because they were excluded. And then the next year following that, they had invited, just so happens some locals who actually live here and surf the wave all year.
How could you have a contest at Sunset Beach and not have Barry Kanaiapuni over there in this event? That's pretty nuts. But nice little slice back in history, Kainoa.
Yeah, and thank.
So. There are those instances, and bottom line is a lot of these companies think that blonde hair and blue eyes are a bit more marketable. Hawaii being this little speck out in the Pacific, it's beautiful, but do people know these names?
Yeah.
So
we're beautiful.
The sponsors say, you know what? Yes, we do know these names. we do want to support you. Look at Volcom. They got 2 teams up there.
Yeah, thank you, Volcom.
Yes, exactly.
And we got more action coming up because at the end of the month, the 29th,
The Volcom Pipe Pro.
excuse me, is going to be at the beginning of the waiting period for the Volcom Pipe Pro. And that's going to be 4 days this year. So we got an even bigger field there as well. So it's going to be kind of cool.
It's a growing event.
And see, we see how beautiful everything is in Hawaii. And we also realize how potentially fragile we are over here. So that's why we live every single day to the fullest, because Saturday morning, our fragility was shown.
Not tested, but absolutely exposed. Absolutely.
You were just in Australia commentating the World Junior Championships. Were you back yet? You're a father. I'm curious.
Yeah,
Were you back?
I was back, and I was happy that I was back. I took an early flight. I got back Friday, actually. So that was my first wake up back at home. And the blessing was, Dave, was that I was at home with my wife and my kids. So if that was not a drill, if that was the real deal, that's exactly where I would want to be.
Amen to that, brother.
You know, so
10-4.
that was a comforting thing, you know, so, and that I think for all of us in Hawaii, it really put life into perspective there, you know, and we want to...
Is that Mikko?
Yes, Mick O'Brien.
That's Jamie O'Brien's father, former
Right
lifeguard.
Making
Now
lures.
he's just a fisherman.
Yep.
Retired from the city and county. Oh, that looks like an
But he can
that's
get some
Captain Icy
charters.
Blue right there.
Yeah, you can get some charters from Mikko, right? And he'll take you out there, grab some fish, handmade lures.
They sold the boat.
Oh, they sold the boat. That's why you're just selling lures now.
This is all left over from the boat. Somebody come buy them, please.
I'm sure you could go fish with either Kala
Oh, yeah, excellent.
Alexander.
Excellent, Captain.
or with,
Shark Tours with Kaiwi Berry.
or with Mr. Kyle Pa'o,
Kyle Pa'o, yeah.
Oh, yep.
who's part of our water patrol.
So there you go.
those guys will take you out there. Mikko would jump on as a counterpart, I'm sure. Guy loves to fish.
Yeah, funny story, too, about the missile threat or imminent threat guarantee coming our way. I was sleeping. I slept through the whole damn thing. I woke up and looked at my phone like,
Good for you,
all right,
brother.
missile threat. Oh, all right, false alarm. Okay, good. I'm going back to sleep again. Watch some football.
I have
told
never before in my life been jealous of you until now.
Totally.
Until right
Didn't even
now.
affect me because I didn't even know.
Bruh.
And if I was going, I was at home with my wife.
What is that right there on your screen?
There you go.
That is a radar ball
Yes,
inside.
sir.
That is just a reminder, the strategic place of that
There we
is not
go.
a radar ball. But that guy's got his finger on the pulse, I'll tell
Yes,
you that.
he does. Eddie Rothman right there.
It's the boss.
The boss.
Taking a look at everything over here, assessing the conditions, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful backdoor shootout this year.
Consistently watching it all day to determine if we're going to run the next round.
True that,
If
right?
We're going to go through. Started couple days we started the next round, but the winds came on. They were bad. Ended up canceling, which was actually a really good call because there wasn't going to be any ways worthy of the backdoor shootout name as well as the type of event that it's being run as. So those were good cancellations. Running those half days and, you know, the couple of full days we had were just amazing and fun-packed the whole day. Out in the water, talking story, having a good time. You don't see that in regular competitions. We have Torrey Meister and Ola Eleogram.
Interesting. I noticed that Torrey Meister at the beginning of the heat took off on a wave and he had a red bottom board.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right now, is it still a red bottom board?
He switched it up, is what you're saying, Dave.
I believe so.
Oh,
I
he snuck it
believe
in on us
so.
while we were talking story,
I
huh?
believe so. So,
Well,
another-
Dave, Torrey Meister is one of the many guys that we've seen not just perform out here, but take his act to the big realm of Pe'ahi. Now, we're hoping to get some footage.
The man is not afraid.
He's not afraid, but what's your opinion of what went down the last couple of days over there on the Valley Isle? Because that was some big waves being ridden, and a lot of these surfers were over there on their 10.6s on their 11-foot guns charging.
It's nice to have them all back. That's the bottom line. I think sometimes people forget how dangerous it is. Did you look at some of the surf that went over there?
Yeah.
Very large, very lumpy.
Right.
And
Danger.
and exactly. Not a lot of great rides, a lot of great wipeouts, which for the general public, I think they like.
Right.
But,
Tell us what happens under the water when you have one of those wipeouts, Dave, because I've watched you.
Nothing good.
I've watched you
Nothing good.
get just vaporized.
It's, what's absolutely probably stands out the most to me is how loud it is.
Yeah.
The water is moving so fast. in and out of not only your nasal passage and mouth, but also past your ears, that it sounds like a freight train is just going by at 100 miles an hour. That to me is the biggest, scariest factor. And you become disoriented really quick.
Right.
So as I've fallen in the past, I try and count as I'm doing rotations in the water, like, okay, there's up. But after about 6 or 8 rotations,
Hard to tell.
you really can't. So, we rely on these flotation jackets now to bring us up to the surface. There was a good shot of Billy Kemper.
Yep.
Billy Kemper is one of the bravest men on the planet when it comes to surfing Pe'ahi. Billy Kemper went over to his home on Maui, went out, paddled out to Pe'ahi, there he is, watched it for 4 hours, did not surf. Okay?
And this is an expert, 2-time winner up there.
Two-time winner.
Yeah.
He watched the waves and said, you know what? It's not worth it. It's giant, but it's not good. Why would I myself do anything other than what he's doing? So, you had 100 other guys out there.
Well, talk about the crowd a little bit, too, because I look at Pe'ahi as an expert-only break, the same thing like the Bonsai Pipeline. And access, of course, everybody wants to live their dream. But just because you can sometimes doesn't mean you should, okay? And that goes for Pipeline, that goes for Pe'ahi. These are triple black diamond. These are expert-only waves. So if you're not in this expert realm, you should really think if you should even be out there at all.
The problem is the definition of can. Just because you're lucky enough to make it out doesn't mean you should, right? So there's a difference between can. When I think of can, I think of guys like Dave Wassel. I think of Billy Kemper. I think of Makuro Kai Rothman. I think of Kai Lenny. That is can, right? Just because you're in a lineup on a board doesn't mean that you can. The fact that you are, you probably shouldn't be.
And you'd probably add 2 more names to that. Ian Walsh.
Yes.
And Albie Lair, okay,
Totally
to that
agree.
group. Thank you for even throwing my name in that mix. I don't deserve it.
He had to.
but-
You're sitting right next to him.
I'm just as big as he is, and he'll get a big lump from me.
Okay,
No, come on.
Anyway,
so
expand.
anyhow, the bottom line is when those next level waves come in, those ones that are really, really big, there are only 5 guys who are even going to look at it. The other 95 who are out there are just there to say, I was there. Where were you?
What kind of dangerous cell? Like I saw
Absolutely
some of the
very
clips
dangerous,
of
very
guys
dangerous.
getting
Lots of
caught
guys-
inside, a lot of boards getting thrown, big crowd, people getting tangled up, leashes can get tangled up, boards can hit people. Bad things can happen,
It's
when you're just
stupid.
out there as a spectator and not.
I'll let you in on a little secret. That was not the only spot that was 50 foot in the Hawaiian Islands.
Right.
So just because the camera goes there doesn't mean you need to go there. Don't forget, it's all about surfing and having fun.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
being safe and looking after your fellow surfer.
With that many donkeys in the water, it's not fun. It's dangerous,
That's-
right? And if you're catching, so like you said,
You said
Dave,
donkeys.
Yeah, totally. It is what it is, bro. I'll call a spade, brother. That's what it is. And that's the thing is, those people pose the biggest threat because ignorance is bliss.
Same here at Pipeline.
Yeah,
The most
same
dangerous thing is the crowd.
And
gets
both you
hurt?
guys are city and county lifeguards. You guys have life-saving
All the
backgrounds,
time.
so you guys see it more than any human beings probably on
All
Earth.
day, every day.
Right?
Every day we're working in the tower, you see it all day. And we've been doing it so long prior to even being in city and county, you just do it as a surfer. You watch, right? You assess the waves, you assess the dangers, you assess the people in the water that are dangerous. And in the tower, it's even worse because that's your main focus. And you sit there and you're baffled at,
And you can't get distracted either.
no, not at all. There's no distractions on the beach. It's all about looking at the waves only. Because we're professionals, it's what we do. Oh, wait, I couldn't even say that with a straight face. But the problem is, it's those people who don't know. Perfect example is Tamayo Perry.
Yeah.
When he got hurt,
Tell the story.
ended up getting...
We get time. Look at this is a low. You can tell the story
It's a
right
big
now.
low, right?
Go ahead.
And so, a few years back, Tamayo takes off on a wave. Guy's not supposed to be where he was. And if you're a true surfer, especially a true big wave surfer, you know that there's times that come when you have to literally take one for the team. So the worst thing you can do is paddle in front of a surfer who's trying to make it down the line, especially at a wave like Pipeline, Pe'ahi, any place that has big, dangerous waves breaking over shallow reefs. The last thing you want to do is be in their way.
The surfer has the right of way.
Always.
The paddler, you yield to the surfer
Yield.
every time. Take the white water. You got to take it on the head That's what you're supposed to do.
If you have to paddle in the opposite direction and get pounded and get the wave on your head,
It's your
sent to the
fault for
bottom,
being there in the first place.
Yes, absolutely. And that is the biggest problem is people who are surfing now, because surfing is so big, people who start surfing don't start surfing learning the proper etiquette. Like anything else, when you go to the park to play basketball, you play pickup games, playing basketball, any other sport, snowboarding, skiing, there's always rules of engagement and rules to the game. And if you just jump in and you don't learn properly, you don't learn the etiquette, it's those people who actually get the more experienced surfers hurt.
So what was the unfortunate thing that happened to Tamayo? What happened at the end?
Actually, what happens, the guy got in his way and he couldn't safely maneuver himself out of the wave, ended up hitting the bottom, slicing, like literally scalping himself on the reef, or I believe it might have been the guy's fin.
It was the guy's board.
The guy's board.
Yeah, the guy's board. Took the
And-
top of his head off. Literally scalped him.
Literally 50 staples, like 50 staples. I can, as we're talking about it, I can vividly see the image in my mind, and it's not good.
That was my first critical incident as a North Shore lifeguard.
Wow.
And the best thing about that situation is when I ran in to do my job, there was a huge crowd that had surrounded around us. This is the first time where flip phones came out and everybody came in. It got really crowded. It was hard to do my job. I looked up, I saw Kainoa McGee, and I saw Kala Alexander. I said, gentlemen, can you guys help me? They said, absolutely. I said, you guys are crowd control. Within seconds, there was a football field of space around us and allowed us to do our job. And for that reason, I believe Tamayo Perry, well, he's also strong,
right,
are still with us, is
Is
with
still
us today.
with us, and
a City and County lifeguard now.
And the other lesson of this is when an incident does occur at the beaches, give all the space to our city and county lifeguards, to our firefighters. I know this is information age. Everybody wants to get the shot. Everybody wants to get clips on their phone. You gotta give our first responders a lot of space. Get away, get out of the way. Figure out a way to help. If you don't have the ambulance on scene, call 911. That's what you can do when you see an emergency happen.
You know what else you can do? You can be the person that goes out to Kamehameha Highway or wherever you are and
Flag 'em
flag
in.
down.
Flag them in. It's that easy, right?
It really is. That's just as important as the guy administering O2 or stopping the bleeding. Make sure that those guys get there on time because seconds count.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that day as if it was yesterday. Kala and I were at the Volcom house, and we seen him like standing on the beach and snapping, but we were so far away, couldn't tell what was going on. And some guy ran to him. The first guy was some just on beachgoer, ran up to him with his shirt and gave it to him. And then I seen him go like this, and then I seen he put the shirt on his head where he felt he was cut, and I seen the shirt instantly turn red.
I saw that happen. I was actually working down at Keiki.
27.
Lifeguard Tower 27. I was coming back from Keiki. I saw the wave hit him, and the entire wave turned red.
Oh.
And so I was pinning it in fifth gear from there to here. He had already hit the beach, and it was...
one of the many stories of the Bonsai Pipeline, the world's most dangerous wave.
Let's talk about good things.
But you know what? I'm going to turn the corner right now. But
40 or 50 grand.
that one had a happy ending. So, but we're going to turn the corner right now. We're turning the corner
happy endings.
Just in time for hopefully seeing some sets coming through here, Kainoa McGee.
You can see it on the monitor in the back there. You see the guys start racing for it. We can hear, you probably hear him in the background, Rocky Cannon right now, letting them know some sets are coming in. We have Eli Olsen looking at that way, Billy Kemper, and of course sitting on the inside at backdoor is Torrey Meister. Here we go, paddling out on the inside. Somebody else, I think from that heat as well. Looks like that's the fourth person. Oh no, it looks like Bruce Irons, next heat, paddling out already, getting ready. So unfortunately, that set, we could see it here in the monitor, didn't materialize at Pipeline. It was more of an Aints backdoor, off the wall kind of wave. That's what happens with this kind of swell at this size.
Well, okay, what happens is as the swells track across the Pacific Ocean, they come from your left and go to your right. As this swell approached the Hawaiian Islands, it started off as a more westerly direction coming off Japan. As it passes by us, the swell will gradually turn to the right of your screen, a more northerly direction, and then head on over to the west coast. The good thing about that is it cleans up our beach and it takes all the sand off. But what I also see as the swell drops and starts turning more north, the sand has been pulled out to the right of your screen in an area that we call gums. It's right next to Pipeline, but doesn't have the teeth. It's deposited the sand out there. And from time to time, you'll actually see a rip coming off that. Towards that gentleman wearing that black top, you'll see some white water squirting out across that your screen. And that's causing a little bit of bump.
Right.
Which isn't the best for getting barreled at pipeline. In my heat, I took that into account, saying
You went right.
just going to look for the rights.
Yeah.
There's no huge scoring potential on the left. If there was going to be anything, it would be at backdoor today.
So the takeaway right there as we hit the 5-minute mark is Hawaii North Shore, waves are going to start off coming from a westerly angle. If they come from the west, they're eventually going to end up coming from a northerly angle as they move. And another thing that changes here at Pipeline is the beach, the sand, the rips. It's always evolving, isn't it, Dave?
Evolving 24/7, even throughout the day. Guys,
Second to second, minute to minute.
People that you would check in with are local people. People that you would check in with are lifeguards.
Right.
Why not?
And because of that, too, when you're visiting beaches, you want to stay high and dry. You see, there's an example right there where all the footprints are in the beach. You have kind of an idea that that's, pretty
Safer.
good. If it's smooth sand, do not let your kids run around in the smooth sand if there is even medium-sized surf.
Smooth sand, meaning no footprints.
No footprints.
That's where the water's coming.
Water's washing up there.
There you go.
Clean up all the footprints. Another thing good about those big west swells when they come in, they take all the sand that's been sitting here at Pipeline and Backdoor, and they move it down to Gums, Eukai, Pupukea, and hopefully as the waves drop, it pushes it back up onto the beach with that crazy erosion we've been having from Pupukea all the way down to Sunset. I didn't know until the other day because the winter's been so bad I hadn't been out here.
Yeah.
And I went driving down past Sunset and I was baffled to see that literally there was just a
Kamehameha
cliff.
Highway is almost falling in.
Yeah. The beach walkway, the right-of-way, and the bike path is literally just hanging on for dear life right now.
But you know what that is a lesson of, Kainoa McGee? Not only there's the power of the ocean, but also us as human beings to tread lightly. And when we look at, a Hawaiian culture or even look at our land is like be close to the land. And I really think something that would fix a lot of this erosion is if we just let the naupaka grow. All of our beachside plants are naupaka, our milo trees, our how trees, all the stuff that grows right on the beach side, that is anchors, right? And that's what keeps
the sand there.
The sand there.
The sand,
but
the
us
roots,
guys,
the
like,
dirt.
everybody wants to cut it. You know what I mean?
The pretty open view.
Right.
Not so pretty when you're sitting in the ocean in your living room.
Yeah, so hopefully we can replant some of that. I think it just makes sense to me as a way to fix that for the future.
Yep. It's not the short-term remedy that they're looking for right now. Sandbags, all of that, everything's basically falling short because it's Mother Nature at its finest out here, or at its worst, especially with all the rains we had. So without having what you're talking about is, in a sense, the watershed.
Yeah.
Right? And the plants, the trees, the bushes, they're there to stop the water from eroding the sand and the dirt away, which creates the foundation, as well as the roots that are in those trees and plants. And when you start getting rid of that, that's exactly what happens. You lose your watershed, and then you lose the property that was so valuable, at one time. To now purchase one of those houses is a big risk.
That's right. I can't afford it anyway, so.
Yeah, it's not. Doesn't bother me, not it ain't affecting me. I ain't got no money to be buying any of those either.
You guys are silly.
Enjoying the time here with you guys. I think we're down to just a couple more minutes in this heat, and gosh, we talked about angles and we talked about the swell receding. It looks like it's happening in front of our face, huh, Dave? What do you think?
It is calming down. The trend for today is that the surf will be on the way down with another giant swell coming in tomorrow, but too late for our event. That was Olamana Eleogram from the island of Maui, coming from a small, beautiful town called Hana.
Ooh,
I know
Hana's
that he just
beautiful.
celebrated a anniversary with his young, beautiful wife.
That's right.
All right. Happy anniversary.
Can't wait for them to have pretty
Eleogram
kids.
Ohana. Oh, yeah. They're going to be
Good
beautiful.
genetics right there.
Good genetics. They come from good
Unfair
genes.
genetics.
Unfair.
They're going to be models, for sure.
They'll be baby models.
For sure.
They'll come out of the Opu.
All right, well, coming up next, gang, we got Reef McIntosh, writer guest Noah Mizuno, and Cole Rothman. Quicksilver is going to be coming up next in the next heat.
Actually, they're replacing Ryder Guest with
who's
Joey
he?
Johnson.
Joey Johnson's out there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So yeah,
North Shore
he's
boy?
been ripping. He's been ripping the past few days too, and I'm not sure what happened to Noah Mizuno. I think he might have got hurt, or I'm not sure.
So Noah's out and Joey's in.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
And same with the heat that I surfed. Tom Doslin stepped out, and Kainehe Hunt from the island of Kauai stepped in, which is very nice of the event organizers to allow us to do that. You know, because it gives these surfers who don't necessarily have the advantage, especially these young guys, of catching these waves.
Here's a
some
replay of the heat,
experience.
guys.
Big,
Ola
quick
Eleogram's
turn.
last wave right there, going for a huge turn, unable. All right, here we go. All right.
So kind of
It's
a
the Huda,
quiet,
mate.
kind of a quiet heat there, Kaipo.
Yeah, I thought that was, so we'll see. We'll see if the ocean was just going through the rhythm that we normally see. And if this next heat number 7, is going to bring us a little bit more action. Got Team Quicksilver out in the water right now. And they are up as we take a look at replay. And we're going to be back with that Quicksilver team. The heat's already under the way. Kainoa McGee, Dave Wassell's going to stick in with myself, Kaipo Girl. Thank you for watching the Hui Backdoor Shootout as we're watching some of these.
Torrey Meister right there. Here we go. Ola Eleogram again.
And
Here's that last replay of that last wave where he goes for the big
that's
turn.
right, so stick around. We're going to be back with more of the Hui Backdoor Shootout. Don't go anywhere because you'd be losing.
All right.
This is the payoff. This is the payoff.
Welcome back, and thank you for joining us for the 2018 the Hui Backdoor Shootout in memory of Duke Paoa Kahanamoku and presented by Weed Maps Kaipo Guerrero, along with a couple of captains in the chair here in Dave Wassell as well as Kainoa McGee.
How's it?
And we are into heat number 7 of this round. We've got the Quicksilver gang out in the water right now, guys.
An impressive heat on paper, for sure. Looking at the captain, the big cat, Reef McIntosh, he's been leading the charge for a lot of these younger guys out here. I've noticed he's not one of the names that has been replaced at any time. He's surfing every single heat and surfing it well.
And he's also a winner of the Volcom event here as well a few years ago. And I remember we went out to Lele's after and had the time of our lives.
Reef McIntosh won?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Fantastic.
He won. That was actually the year when that was my first rescue on the North Shore, my first day working the North Shore. We had that guy go out on his board and literally free fall, shot his board out, free fell, straight to the bottom, hit his head. That's the year Gavin Sutherland actually jumped on the flotilla out there and gave him a couple of compressions, a good 10, 12 compressions to get him back. I was, for the city, I was the first on the scene, and he was already conscious. He wasn't conscious anymore, but he was spitting up foam and stuff like that. And so that's how I remember that year. I think it was the next day was the contest.
And the lesson there is it doesn't have to be bonsai pipeline to get hurt. Just even ehukai, the sandbar can be very dangerous when we look at spinal cord injuries as well.
And that was just lucky that Gavin was there and willing to help. I know for a fact he actually got the Waterman of the Year award that year just for being somebody who did the right thing.
And what was awesome about it is when I paddled out, I couldn't see anything because of the glare in the evening. Here we go, Torrey Meister coming in from that last
There is that red
heat.
bottom board.
It is still the red bottom. And what I remember was in order to keep the gentleman afloat, everybody was in the water, bodyboarders, surfers alike. They took their boards and stuffed
Stacked
it
them
underneath him to create literally that, what I refer to as a flotilla, which kept him up over the water. And they kept him in place so he wouldn't get caught in the zone at Pipeline when the bigger sets came in. And also so he didn't get far enough in on the sandbar where they'd be getting sucked over. Then right when I got out there, I jumped in with my fins. I just got to him, and my partner at that time was Kevin Tinnany, came flying out on the rescue board, and we were literally going to transfer him from the flotilla to the rescue board. And right as we were going to do that, Kirk Ziegler showed up with the jet ski. So his timing couldn't have been better. And he got him on the ski, got him onto the beach really quick, and I ended up paddling the gentleman's board in, and I couldn't even catch a wave because Gums was quadrupling up and literally dry sand. So I literally just pushed his board through. So thank God that the timing worked out and the people were in the water taking care of him were in the right place and knew what to do to keep him away from that more danger.
And as well, we want to plead to our policymakers here in Hawaii when we talk about our lifeguards is they should be absolutely not have any type of liability when it is in a rescue situation. These men do not have to think about liability. They have to think about doing their best to be the first responders and save people's lives. So we plead for you. That's one of my political statements I'm going to say today. I have the microphone, Dave, also, so I'm going to say it.
You know what I want to see? If you paddle out the pipeline, you already know CPR. You already are a first responder. I would be willing to throw away a lot of years of experience just for that factor, just to know that you're actually going to do something.
There you go.
How's that? Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Is this a photographer looking on? He's checked in with Eddie Rothman and crew to go out there and get some shots. I see Reef McIntosh out there. I see him waiting patiently. How many waves do you think Reef's going to catch today?
Today?
Is he going to wait for the bombs, or is he going to start just getting busy?
Naughty. I really don't think Reef as a guy who's going to go chase anything substandard down. He's going to wait there for a gem. All or none is what I would guess from Reef McIntosh.
Agreed, 100%. It's something that Reef does even when he's free surfing, much less in competition. He reminds me a lot of Bruce Irons, both from Kauai. They have that patience and the wave knowledge that when the right wave comes in, for some reason they catch it, get barreled out of their brains, they kick out as if they're kicking out a pipeline in the channel and paddle right back out with no problems.
I like the fact that you referred to him just like Bruce Irons, because as a young man, when I used to go over to the island of Kauai, Reef McIntosh was a great surfer, learned from Bruce and Andy, but when I first met him, he was a dishwasher at the Wake Up Cafe in Honolulu, and he was so jealous of the waves that not only his friends were catching, but the fame they were getting. He said, you know what? I'm going to do all I can. I'm going to make all my money, and then I'm going to move to the North Shore and prove it. He's still here to this day. Good job, Reef McIntosh.
How long ago was that, Dave? Just your estimate.
There wasn't electricity. There wasn't even sand on the reef yet.
He's pretty old.
He had to paddle over here. There wasn't even airplanes. No.
Well, Reef was a teenager at the time. Reef was a teenager at the time. He was a dishwasher at the Wake Up Cafe. And you know what? He's been doing this now for 20 plus years and proving to the world that he deserves to be here.
Yep. And kudos to Quicksilver for taking care of him and backing him.
Absolutely.
Because at his age in this industry, it's not something that's really common with the corporate companies. They usually get rid of the younger guys, just like in football, basketball, any other sport, get rid of the older guys with all the experience and the knowledge to go with the younger, new hot rod, the new it kids. And keeping Reef was a great idea because he runs the Quicksilver house here, and he also runs the kids and the rest of the Quicksilver team that comes in throughout the winter season here, and they learn from a guy who's done it all and done it all the right way. He's a perfect mentor for them.
Let's not forget that he gets more barreled than 99% of everybody else
all of them
in the world. So, great call. There's the Volcom house right there. The original Jerry Lopez pipe house. Excuse me?
Fletcher.
Exactly. So
Herbie Fletcher
and Dibby Fletcher, also partners in that house with the Lopezes. Let's not forget that. Nathan and Christian grew up in that house.
That's right. So a lot of history right here on this little stretch that we're able to share with you, and we continue to share with you throughout this. Thank you for joining us. As we see a patient Reef McIntosh just taking off on one, and maybe, you know, we talked about Reef being very patient. I talk about surfers in either two kind of personalities. You have, and you're going to like this one, Dave, also. You either got the hunters, and the hunters are the guys who sit out there for 2 hours before they catch one perfect wave.
Not me.
Because they're hunting. And then you have the gatherers. The gatherers are the guy who just almost paddle for as many waves as possible and just fill up that wave count. Dave, also, which one are you, a hunter or a gatherer?
A little of both. But more so the hunter, for sure.
I was going to answer for
but
you
this,
as a
you know
hunter.
what? Let's not even talk about us. Let's talk about the guys in the seat. Let's talk about the young Mr. Joey Johnson. Young Mr. Joey Johnson in
great
this
lineage.
Heat.
Great
exactly.
surfing lineage.
His father was one of the best surfers on the North Shore. Not only on the North Shore, I actually went to
former Pipe Master finalist as well.
I went to G-Land, and they were just about to have the CT event there. This is 96.
Right.
Good memory.
His father was the best guy in the lineup, and all the world's, you know, best contest surfers were there going, who is this guy? Thank you very much. That's another gentleman with great lineage. That was Cole Rothman.
So second generation pipeline surfer. Of course, dad, Eddie, who puts on this meet, along with the rest of the Hui Backdoor. Eddie Rothman was a great pipeline surfer as well. Let's take another look at this replay. Cole Rothman
comes off the bottom looking for a barrel, nothing there. Goes for a big turn off the top. You can see in his body language that he expected more out of that wave and did the turn and just kicked out and trying to get back out there to get one of those waves that's going to give him a bigger, deeper barrel and get one of the highest scores.
Remember I talked about that rip coming
Right
off of
through.
gums and pushing through the lineup? You notice now that it has actually grabbed one of the photographers and pushed him
Right
into
into
the
the
lineup.
Ipple. Yeah.
That is Eric Ipple. He's a great
Get out of the
swimmer,
way,
strong
Doug.
swimmer.
Fun it.
But that's that rip that I was talking about. You can actually see the green water that is coming off with a little bit of sand in it.
Hey, just paddle to backdoor,
as
bro.
the
More
tide
easy.
drops, as the tide drops, that will become more and more of a factor. That rip will actually pull through the lineup. Not a good
call.
thing. Not
Great
a good
call.
thing.
It reminds me of Port Escondido. You could be sitting there nice and smooth and all good. All of a sudden, a big set comes through. The rip just literally Christmas trees right out through the middle of the peak. Right? If you're not paying attention, you end up way the heck out there.
And it ruins your peak too.
Totally. And then you got to move down to another peak because after that, it's just all shoulders. And the hardest part of taking off on those big waves are the shoulders. Kind of what we were talking about the other day with the A-frame waves, Wasso. So much easier to take off on the shoulder if you're backdooring the section. But if you're actually on the right, trying to go right, taking off on the shoulder, or on the left, trying to go left on the shoulder, it's a guaranteed airdrop on anything 8 foot and bigger.
Here we go. Let's take a look.
Nice.
In
Take
the
off.
barrel and coming out.
Looks like Ryder Guess.
Ryder Guess, yeah. From Kauai, I believe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Making a mark
So
for
another
himself.
youngster, yeah.
Yep.
Getting a chance out here.
Making a mark for himself. A gentleman who also made a tremendous mark for himself at this event is Tyler Newton.
That's right.
Oh.
And seeing how today is International Fig Newton Day, I just wanted. Yes, it is. I just had to
too
throw
funny.
it in there.
I love the
no
segue.
offense to you,
I love
Ryder
the
Guest.
segue, Dave.
No offense to you, Ryder Guest. But Ryder Guest, a young Kauai native,
Yeah.
also is making his mark. Wow, look at Big Reef staying busy.
Big cat.
Got his mark and made a name for himself here at this event.
That's right.
At 17 years old. And he's no longer in this event because he actually got injured.
Yeah.
If there was an award for the hardest charging individual in this event, by far, it would have to go to Tyler Newton. The waves that he caught
Totally unequivocally agreed.
were so far beyond anything I saw. The level of commitment, every single wave that he went for, he barely made. Or just came out after the spit or after the whitewater.
Or shouldn't even have gotten that
Shouldn't
far
even
in the first
got
place.
down the face of the
Yeah.
wave. So Tyler
Amazing.
Newton, he did suffer a shoulder injury. I hope
Bounced on the
I
reef.
wish him a speedy recovery. But I'm just saying, my hat's off to you, my friend. You are the man of this event.
Yeah, totally, absolutely agreed. It was the whole time I just kept screaming, Tyler Newton again. And then for some reason, those first 2 days of competition, Pipeline was not letting
There he
the
is.
backside
Is
riders
that
out
Tyler?
there.
No,
he
that's
is.
not
No,
him. That's not him.
no.
Sorry, Tyler.
Oh, got me all excited because don't do that.
But we're wishing a speedy recovery to
Yes.
Tyler Newton, and we're sure to see him back on the lineup here at Pipeline. Same speedy recovery, and looking forward to seeing you back out at Pipeline. Goes out to Dusty Payne as well.
Right.
And
Even brother
Amen.
Seiji, who got hurt the other night after the contest, he's been
Sage
walking
also.
around. Yeah, been walking around in a sling for the past couple of days. So these are some of the best pipeline surfers in the world, folks. These are not beginners or amateurs or even novice and advanced surfers. These are the best of the best at the best wave in the world getting hurt. This is what the risk and reward factor is when you surf waves of consequence like Pipeline and Backdoor. It's not child's play. Like I say all the time, do not try this at home. This is definitely one of those things that there are multiple ways of you to get hurt. And it's, as athletes, surfers out there in the water, we understand the consequences that could happen. And by being out there...
Okay, question for you.
Go ahead.
Born and raised here, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Surfed all your life. First time to the North Shore. How long did it take you before you surfed Pipeline?
Well, actually, because I started so young, I was on the North Shore when I was like 10 years old,
Okay.
competing in the Menehune contest at Haleiwa.
How long before you surfed Pipeline?
Probably
From
about,
10?
I was 14.
14.
Maybe, yeah, 13 or 14. So a good
How
2
big
to 3
was
years.
it, and where'd you sit?
Sit on the shoulder. Start in the channel.
On
And that's
small days.
On smaller days, right? And even on the bigger days, just getting out, I was like, hee, all right. But back then, too, it was a little crazier. What I refer more to like the Wild Wild West regarding the crowd in the water.
You had a
There's great hierarchy.
and you had a chain of command almost.
Yes, and you learned in that system, and that's what kept a wave as popular and as famous as Pipeline, kept everybody in check and minimized the injuries because everybody understood the rules of the water or the etiquette that we spoke of earlier, which with a lot of our newer surfers is lacking. And so it's very important in a wave like this, especially as a young kid, because back then they could slap you in your head, the uncles could, and you couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, that was legal. Slaps were legal.
It's totally legal. You don't call the cops. You call the cops, it's like snitching, right?
Yeah.
The last thing you want to do
get
is
more
have
cracks.
Snitches
Exactly.
get stitches.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Kaipo, let me ask you the same question. Born and raised here.
Yeah.
You started surfing at a young age, came out to the North Shore. How long before you were making your way into the peak at Pipeline?
Oh, not till in my late teens. You know
Wow,
what I
that's
mean?
still
Like,
young. That's still young.
Yeah.
It took me a decade. It took me a decade. I'm still not comfortable with it, but it took me a decade of surfing the North
Well,
Shore.
I can.
before
I
did.
mean, Dave, to tell you the truth, I'm not
I'm not
say
going to
ever-
agree with Dave saying he's not comfortable
Yeah.
with. If he's not comfortable, man, you're the best actor in the world because you look mighty
look
comfortable.
very
and
comfortable.
I'm going to be honest, you're one of my favorite people to watch surf Backdoor out here.
Still scared.
Still true.
Still scared.
I'll give
no,
you that.
No way around
Totally.
it. No way
But
around
you know what?
it.
Totally going to
Still
say
scared.
yes
Good
to
for
that.
you, because fear is healthy that way.
Absolutely.
Good for you.
Keeps you safe. Well, safe-ish, let's say. It doesn't always keep you safe.
Talking about scared, you guys. Eli Olsen in the last heat, Koa Rothman in this heat. Those guys just surfed giant peahi just yesterday and the day before. And
Part of that crowd out there.
And they were part of that pack out there. And here they are at Pipeline as we take a
So this is like
replay.
Waikiki Beach for them. The replay, Reef McIntosh here, comes off the bottom, goes for another turn, pokes.
Reef McIntosh was no slouch. I saw him out at the Outer Reefs on that big swell. He opted to stay here. Was doing the same thing that he does at Pipeline, sitting inside and looking for a barrel. But when one of those big black
Clean outs.
45, 50 footers came around, he now has 2 surfboards.
Yeah.
He now has 2 surfboards.
2-for-1 special.
Yeah, he's
He's got
definitely
two
still
5-0s.
with us. But
Two
yeah,
5-0s now.
exactly. So that
So what did you do during the swell,
mistake.
Dave? Did you surf some of these?
I surfed. I did.
Unmentioned in outer reefs?
I surfed, and then on the second day, I took my family to a Sunday brunch.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. So after Saturday's whole fiasco and whatnot,
Appreciate the time.
I realized, you know what, Dave, it's okay to go and get a few waves. This is the biggest swell of the year. Ride a few, say hi, but realize what's most important. Call the family, got them together.
I think all of us in Hawaii kind of went through that a little bit. So I think that's maybe the one positive thing. If you have to take a positive thing away from this missile scare, was that, gosh, it really brought all of our ohanas together and realize, how important it is.
That was a common sentiment amongst everybody that I heard on the news, that you heard on social media. Everybody's like, hey, life is short. You're only going to have one family while you're here.
That's right.
Make the most of it. And that's what
Order
Hawaii's-
dessert.
Or yeah, right.
Don't skip the dessert. Life is short.
Or the alcohol. I see plenty of the boys popping good third shot in the morning. Third shot of Jameson in 5 minutes. Wow, going out with a bang. And,
Okay.
Yeah, that's literally, I looked at a bunch of posts and I was just laughing. And like I said, I slept through the whole thing, so it didn't faze me at all. But I was in the place where I wanted to be. I was home with my wife. Unfortunately, my daughters weren't there, but had that been real, I would have either drove to their house or had them drive home.
I'm curious. My son's at school today. He's going to find out all about it. He has no idea that it even happened.
Oh, wow. He slept through it.
Here we
No,
go,
he
up
did
and
not
riding. Looks like rider guest. Takes he made
minute.
that. That's what we've been waiting for.
Nice little ride.
Yeah.
Rider guest puts the biscuit
Up
in
and
the
riding.
basket, and right behind him.
Oh, sick. Cole Rothman. No,
No,
that was
come
goofy.
on, Mr. Johnson.
Noah Johnson, yeah.
Noah Johnson,
No.
really? Did he
No.
win the Eddie?
Yeah, he did, actually. The Noah Johnson I'm talking about.
Joey Johnson.
Yeah,
Joey
I'm
Johnson.
going delirious already.
One of those Johnsons. There's a lot of them around.
Too many Johnsons.
Joey
bro.
Johnson.
And I kind of keep up with the Johnsons.
Noah is from the island of Hawaii,
Yep.
Oh, bye.
right? From Hilo, and Mr. Joey Johnson actually from Pupukea.
Pupukea. Oh, wow. Nice.
And both his dad and his uncles were great, outstanding North Shore surfers as well. Nice to see that lineage. Got the
Kaimana Henry.
big band from the Valley Isle. Kaimana Henry, he's going to be coming up next.
Hein Hammer, I call him.
He keeps
Big
riding those varial
Yeah.
foam boards. Those things are phenomenal.
Oh,
by
here
the
we go.
way.
Rider
Speaking of
guest. Up and
phenomenal,
riding on the replay. Ah, nice.
nice little hide and seek there.
Yeah.
Well, and
that
that's a
works.
great opportunity for a youngster, to get a wave like that. As we look at Joey.
Joey
in
Johnson.
And out.
Nice.
Nice style there.
Joey Johnson, to me, has really matured a lot in the last 12 months. Remember that name, because he's going to be the guy that you look out, and not only is he going to get a huge barrel, but when he comes out, he's going to do a huge air. The guy is not afraid to just throw the whole kitchen sink at a wave. It's amazing.
He's an example of, our North Shore underground, if you will.
Yeah.
Just talented world-class surfers that are not big names in the media, in magazines, in videos, but their actual surfing talent is absolutely world-class.
And coming up, speaking of world class, we're going to get to see young Baron Mamiya surf. Baron Mamiya will be fitting in. No, he's not?
No.
Are you telling me? Why not?
Why? How come?
Oh, he wouldn't sign for him. Okay, because he was supposed to. Okay. Baron Mamiya was supposed to surf this event in exchange for Tyler Newton, but because he's under 18, it's hard to find dad to sign it at this time. Oh, that's a shame. Well, you know what? Maybe these waves don't meet his expectations either.
That could be true, too. But yeah, another
Have you
underground
seen
guy.
him out here when it's like this?
I can't wait
That
to
kid
see
rips.
that guy ride a wave.
Yeah.
Well, Baron Mamiya, we talk about underground. He's going to go overground already because he's already making a name for himself. And you're going to continue to see him make a name for himself. And I'm going to go out on a pretty thick
Safe limb.
and say that you
Super
will
safe.
see him on the big show at some point in his surfing career representing Hawaii, Baron Mamiya.
He's already talking about doing aerials at Sunset Beach.
There you go.
Sounds good to me.
Told me
I'm in.
I can totally pull it, except with the wind. And I caught myself for a second, like, oh, you don't even say that. Don't put that in his mind.
Yeah, then he's
like,
thinking
oh, yeah,
about it.
totally. I'll just land in the flats.
Yeah, that's way better.
Of course you
Landing
will.
in the flats
Of
is
course.
so much better, Baron. That's a
But,
great
well,
idea.
that's fine. It's a lot of it is if you have the talent, it's as far as your mind can take it. So
Well, he was very talented this year. We saw him at Sunset, big Sunset, riding a 6'4" every single day. So, yeah, look forward to seeing more surfing from Baron Mamiya. But we're looking forward to seeing surfing right now from the rest of our Quicksilver crowd. As this he's going to start ticking down. Up next is going to be the Volcom Pipe Hale coming up. And here is our representative from Japan, who's had some outstanding surfs here.
Big mahalos to the big brother over here on the left-hand side.
Mr. Stant speaks fluent Japanese. Isn't that interesting?
Absolutely. He's was a professional football coach for professional football in Japan. He's now coaching at the school there and has started Team the Hui Japan wetsuits and brought Team Japan back to. And thank you so much, Dave Stant, for organizing that, bringing Team Japan back here. They were very entertaining. Like I said, those guys are kamikaze pilots. They're all about it. They're putting it on the line. Here we go with a 5-minute warning left in this heat. But it was good. We used to have Team Japan here every year, and they hadn't been here for a few years. So I know for sure they had an amazing showing this year. And I'm sure all of Japan is behind them, up early to watch them surf this morning. And I asked Dave this morning, how did he choose the guys to be on the team? He said, we literally asked all of Japan.
Wow.
Japan voted, and these are the top 4 guys they chose. So this is a massive honor, right, from a country bound with honor and integrity and respect. So these guys are not just here surfing and having a good time. They're actually have the weight of their country on their shoulders as they're competing here. And that was amazing to hear that these guys sitting here, especially Keito with the 11, he's going to go back to Japan and never have to pay for a meal for the rest of his life.
Well, things are looking bright for the land of the rising sun. Both here at the shootout, we just had the World Juniors where we had a young lady from Japan come in 3rd place. We had 2 young men from Japan in just both 3rd and 2nd place. So again, things looking bright for surfing out of Japan. And then talking about surfing in Japan, we're going to see Japan host the inaugural 2020 Olympics, at which surfing is going to be featured. So that's going to be a really, really cool thing. So big things we're expecting out of our friends over there in Japan.
I want to say a big shout out to Ohana Surf Project, a surf school I work for in town, watching us live from the beach on their phones and the tablets in between our surf lessons. That's what I actually did on Sunday. Spent the day working there and then was at Sandy Beach with the City and County lifeguards yesterday. Shout out to my boys working out there yesterday, Aka Tamashiro, Maika Halemano, and our last but not least, we had working with us yesterday was, I'm going blank right now. It's been a long couple weeks, and watching this wave from the beach drives me nuts every time, whether I'm commentating, even as an athlete. Competing in a competition, watching the waves. It's the 2020 from the beach, right? And a lot harder out there as you watch it. All right, it looks like we got back here today. My favorite, Big Wave Dave's quesadillas in the house, feeding the staff and competitors. Like I said, the hardest working chef on the beach right here, folks. Go look him up online, Big Wave Dave's quesadillas. It's the good stuff. Oh, on Instagram. He said it.
Follow him, Big Wave Dave's quesadillas, as we see a replay. You know, Reef McIntosh, we thought he was going to be selected, but now he's just having a nice little free surf, isn't he?
Yep.
I didn't want to argue with you. I knew he was going to stay busy. He's been staying ultra busy throughout this whole event. He has just been free
Get as many waves as possible.
Free surfing every single heat so far. And this is the 5th heat, right? This is round 5.
Round 5, yeah.
The 2018 Backdoor Shootout.
Joey Johnson going to take a look, and what's he going to do?
Don't be surprised if he comes out of this and launches
himself. Tried to doggy door, it got clipped on the end. It's like Big Cat took a little left there, just riding in. Heat's almost over, coming down to a few minutes, probably even less at this point.
And thanks to Big Cat, Reef McIntosh, and the crew over there at Quicksilver for lending their front yard over here for us.
Yep.
To set up camp.
Best view
ever.
Best view for the live stream right here. Kidding me? It's so much better than being on the beach, like being up and elevated right here.
Okay, this is heat 7 of the 5th round. We ran 2 heats on Friday, and then the winds came up, so we stopped. That day was what we would call 8 to 12 feet. It was up to 4 times overhead pipeline, as good as it gets. As good as it gets. Guys were posting 10-point rides. Okay,
standard.
Now, as you're looking at it, it's basically head high. Guys are doing top turns.
Yeah.
Now,
we've gone from a whole different schedule.
Can we say that you can keep the scores from this round even with those from the earlier rounds?
You know, I think you guys are going to have to talk about that as competitors, as a group, because that's how we do it at the Backdoor Shootout. But it makes sense for me that it doesn't seem fair.
Correct. And I know guys like Jamie O'Brien and Seth Moniz are listening going, what are you saying, Dave? Well, you're still, I believe,
don't talk about it.
I still firmly believe that Mr. Moniz is probably still in the lead, even if you took away one of his waves.
Right.
Jamie O'Brien, definitely up there as well. And am I going to be disappointed if the winning money goes to a Hawaiian? Absolutely not.
Of course not.
So, you know what? I don't care who gets it. They deserve it.
Yes.
And all you guys just for putting on a great show. But the show's going to continue rolling on because we just heard Quicksilver. Their heat's over. We're into heat number 8, round number 5 at the Hui Backdoor Shootout. So now the folks out on the water starts the clock for them just right now. Clock's ticking for Volcom Pipe Hale. And Volcom Pipe Hale is including Kaimana Henry, Balaram Stack, Noah Dean, and Gavin Beshin, all out in the water right now. We're going to watch some of the highlights for Team Quicksilver right here. And with that being said, I'm going to say goodbye to Kaino McGee. We're going to keep the show rolling. Like I said, Volcom Pipe Hale coming up next, the final heat of this round number 5 at the Hui Backdoor Shootout. Stick around. We got more action coming your way from the Bonsai Pipeline.
Aloha, welcome back. And taking a look from the drone shot down to the beach at Pipeline. Here we are, the 2018 the Hui Backdoor Shootout, presented by Weed Maps, all in memory of the Duke, Rocky Cannon, with a side of Lau Lau and Kaipo Guerrero. I almost said Kaipo Gutierrez. And it's the head judges right there, Miles, Bryles, and Pancho.
Red Raider, and Puna. Moko Keave.
Duck, duck, goose.
And we get Swapo Hulu, Wailua, and Wahewa. Transferred to Papakale.
Haleifa.
Good times, good times.
Right. All right. So we're in the final heat of round number 5, the Volcom Pipe Hale. Kaimana Henry, out there, the team captain for this team in this heat. Balaram Stack and Noah Dean and Gavin Beshin.
And when we talk about a hale, we're talking about a house or a home. We got to give the translations every time.
I think it's house, because home is home.
Yeah.
One of those Hawaiian words like ka'a. You just take the English word and like ea is air.
Speaking
There's
of
a Hawaiian word. Yeah, a Hawaiian word for car is kawila, but that can't really be a real Hawaiian word because Hawaiians never have cars. So my mind is always like thinking like, how
That's awana.
Yeah, what's the Hawaiian word for elevator?
Right.
There is no
I know.
elevator.
Hey, penikala is pencil. You know what I mean? It's like-
Vikio is video.
And
Yeah.
Kalipa is slippers.
And
How
Halekawila is the street.
How can?
And Halekawila is what you live in when you're on the beach, your car house.
And we all here via Salt and Air Studios.
Oh, yeah, bro.
That's right.
Surfline, if you want to take us mobile, channel 1250.
And if
Spectrum.
we owe here, then that means you owe there.
Yeah. Mahina.
That's the one that makes it happen
That's
right
the Queen
there.
Bee.
Yes.
Mahina
Getting
chilling
ready
work.
to dish out the checks or the
Mahalo,
kala.
Mahina, for all of your technical and just amazing work getting this set up, running, getting everybody together, being the line of communication out there.
The referee.
Definitely lots to manage and cover for this event.
So Mahila Chillingworth, she makes it all happen for us, and this is a true story right now. I have her dad's CD in my... Well, first of all, my car is so old, I got a CD player.
Sunny chilling.
Second of all, I actually have her dad's CD, who was one of the maestros, one of the all-time greatest slack key artists of all time. So if you haven't ever listened to the musical notes of Sunny Chillingworth, you better check it out because there's some beautiful music right there.
Come on in. Yeah, Makua gonna come in then.
Come in.
Yeah, just come in.
Just come inside.
Come in.
Here,
I talked enough. Here.
Here. Come on
Oh
this
yeah, we're
side.
gonna kick out Lala. I was gonna go, but we'll
Come on
keep
this
Lala.
side.
Lala was teasing me, that's why last time. I never get a
We're going to pull a little switcheroo in this Heat 8 action of the Vulcan Pipe Hale, because we can. There we
Oh, this
stay.
is the last heat of the day?
And this is the last heat of round 5. And you might know better than us, Makua, if we're going into round 6 or not. Tell us.
Definitely not going into round 6.
You heard it right there.
I've been told I've been wrong in the past when it comes to my dad making decisions, but
You only know too well, huh?
yeah. I mean, it's if the conditions are just deteriorating, your chances of getting a big score out there are really slim.
Right.
I mean, we had some of the best days at Pipe, and could have been
The
years.
whole year, yeah. At least for this season. And you're right about, like, the question is, are there going to be those kinds of scores that were posted? I think we had the best surf already in the waiting period, and we
Yes.
used it to the maximum.
Yes.
Grilling to the max right there. Big Wave Dave, too,
Big
bro.
Wave Dave. I'm waiting for one of those two. He said the judges is up first, and then me next. I said, what about the surfers? I just surfed. They're just sitting down. Nah.
Yeah, right there.
We love the judges. I mean, we got to feed those judges. Those guys are amazing. Those are some of the best talented people coming out of Hawaii. And giving us the scores, you know, so when they give scores, there's no real arguments about juicing or, you know, you heard in the past from any contest, there's, he ripped off, he didn't get the score. I mean, these guys are pretty much on it. They've been there, they've done it, they've lived it. And
But either way you dice it, it's a hard job to be up there assigning scores because there's so many different opinions as we check out Brother Bruce giving some opinions about what's happening out there. Some hand motions.
Hey, Makua, I want your opinion on something.
Yeah.
You know, we're in round number 5 here at the Hui Backdoor Shootout. We had 2 heats the previous day, the last day that we ran, in this round that's going to count for this round. So what happens with this round? Because heat 3 through 8 have been surfing a different pipeline than heat 1 and 2 in this round, as far as, you know, how the numbers are going to work out. What do you think is going to happen there?
I just think that we're blessed to surf Pipe 5 times with 4 guys out. I mean, they count the scores from that round. I mean, it's only fair. Those guys were out there putting it on the line. Tyler Newton blew his shoulder out. He might not surf all year. I mean, people were putting their lives on the line for those scores, and I think that they deserve them.
Well, there you go.
Whether or not the conditions were this morning, there was some good waves to be had.
Yeah.
The conditions had
The
deteriorated.
scores were out there.
There's definitely was scores this morning. Right now, maybe not. But like I said, this contest is special. That's why we have, you know, we have options. It's not just this is what it is and that's it. who else gets to surf 5 times without stressing about catching a little, I got to get a 2-point, yada, yada.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have to stress. That's the beauty about this contest.
Pretty pressure-free out there.
Yeah, you get to go out there and just surf, man.
And, you know, with that being said, we're going to keep you guys in suspense because we're going to roll over from this last round and we're going to have our awards presentation. You're going to see who's going to get the big checks. That's all going to happen. So stick around even after the conclusion of this heat as we have highlights and our awards presentation, right?
Yes, definitely. Go see who put it all on the line and who put it together because, you know, it is a contest and you got to be out there and you got to get the right scores. So today, I mean, it's just a beautiful day in Hawaii again today. The waves are fun. Everybody's having a good time, friends and family. You know, good brothers in here to announce with. Wonderful judges, the Hui Backdoor and everybody whose hands have helped prepare this event for us. We want to say thank you to the massage lady.
Speaking of hands.
I mean, look at Torrey Meister. You know, he's just cruising. He's out. He got it.
Recovery mode.
He didn't get no scores in his heat, but now look, he's scoring on Crip Massage. I mean, it's just a wonderful day today out here.
So we're going to move that awards over to Ehukai Beach Park immediately following the surfing. As you heard Kaipo allude earlier, that we'll have a highlight reel and we'll have some fun clips to show you from the event. And then we'll be at the awards at Ehukai Beach Park. And we'll also be replaying today's action tonight on Spectrum Surf, and then Thursday through Sunday, we'll have the full replay of the entire event looping on Spectrum Surf channel. So stay tuned if you missed any of the action or you want to see it again. There is some great surfing going down for this 2018 Backdoor Shootout. Some 11s, 10-point rides. As you know, we exceed the 10-point scale, and it seems like every year, justifiably so, we do it because we have some scores that are just literally off the charts.
That's right. So we got some Hanahos coming up after this. So you're going to have a couple more chances to watch all the action.
I mean, there's a few minutes left in this heat, and there's a couple of waves coming in. If something moves over, you know, don't be surprised if somebody comes out of a wave and gets a 9-point ride or something because they're out there.
Well, we've seen some incredible action from Brother Ball Stack from New York. Balaram Stack has been putting on a show.
That kid is awesome, man. He comes from New York. You would never think, you know, it's like Rick Kane. He's almost like Rick Kane.
Seriously, bro.
The wave pool and comes over here to pipe and kills it. But that kid's been putting in his time day in and day out for years here, and it just goes to show.
You got Noah Dean from Australia who put his name on the map with some pretty good rides up until this point.
Nobody
and
really knew he could get barreled to.
Yeah. and then Gavin Beshin, who's timeless out here. The bugger gets some mean style. And then a past champion, Kaimana Henry, is in this heat. So you're right, Makua. Don't count these guys out just yet. There's still some waves. It just has to materialize and hit the reef just right. And we've been seeing some funky sets come through and not really do it. But still, with these guys in the water, you can't turn your head.
Is there only 3 guys out there?
Noah's hiding right now. He's out there.
No, there's only 3 guys. 1, 2, 3.
Maybe Gavin's hiding.
Who are we missing?
It looks like Gavin maybe, but Noah Dean. I
saw all of them paddle out. I did see Kaimana. I did see Gavin, Balaram, and Noah. Maybe somebody snuck over towards the off the wall. I see somebody down the way.
Right there is Gavin Besh hit it off the wall.
So in your screen right there, you see the 3 surfers. And
get Gavin
down the
off
line,
the wall. He's getting smart. I mean, there's no waves here. Why not go down there and score?
You know
that wave right there, that was Gavin Beshin.
That's right. Sometimes they call Gavin. He has many nicknames. One is the alien, and I thought maybe he just got abducted in this.
He did. Off the wall,
and they just got
pulled him away.
Abducted to off the wall.
But one thing I really wanted to say is, you guys were pointing out the surfers in the heat, is Noah Dean. He's one of the best surfers on a surfboard. He knows how to maneuver his surfboard so amazingly. His aerial game, kid can rip, and to come out here and his style in the barrel, real close, kind of knock-kneed.
Yeah.
But I mean, it works perfect. He slides in, he gets, you know, his positioning on a surfboard is good. It's like what I said before about that whole Kelly Slater thing. Oh, he's got to prove himself at Pipeline. You know, when these guys can surf, you know, it don't matter. When the waves are good, they're gonna do good. They're just that technical, and they know how to maneuver that surfboard.
And Noah Dean does have something in common with yourself as well, Makua, in that he's a second-generation surfer. Noah's father, Wayne Dean, great surfer from Burley Heads, shaper, and so it's really nice to see, you know, every generation of new surfers coming up.
Yeah, and look at these sets. These guys talking about surfing. Hopefully, we get some surfing on screen here, with a couple of sets coming kind of moving over to off the wall. When it gets a little more north like this, the swell, it kind of passes pipeline. It needs a little more west. If there's a little more west in the swell, it'd hit these things, these swells, and it'd push it more towards pipeline and put it on pipeline reef. But now they're kind of just moving over and going to that off the wall section.
Yeah,
of
the
reef.
swell focuses more on that part of the reef with that northerly direction, and if there's any west, it will try to reach over to where the surfers are right now. But so far in this heat, not those swell directions available as of yet. Saw Gavin Beshin ride a backdoor wave that was even more towards off the wall, that section Makua was just talking about. And here we go at pipe, Noah Dean up and riding.
See a big air, Noah Dean, come on.
It's kind of kick stalling for it, and then does boost, but
Chop hop.
incomplete. Yeah, not much to work with right there. Noah Dean putting his name on the map. I think a lot of us seeing his name for the first time, especially definitely in the shootout for the first time, and reminds you of guys like in this heat, Balaram Stack, when he showed up for the first time, and getting an invite back to this event says a lot.
That's right. And you know what? Some of these guys get the waves of their lifetimes in this event, and we can look back further to Keito Matsuoka, who actually got one of his best waves, I'm sure, of his
little
life.
replay
Oh, for
of
sure.
Noah Dean on screen, little check stall coming up, and I'm sure he just wanted to punt right there. But that thing, unfortunately, didn't really materialize into the section he wanted, and he settled for a little chop hop. But yeah, going back to the beginning of the shootout, I mean, there's been guys, Kalani Rob, I mean, Team Purple Haze, and
Yeah.
those days were just like, the shootout has been known by surfers to get the best waves at Pipeline. I
Yeah.
mean, we watched the Pipeline Masters the last few years, and it looked like the Ehukai Masters. I'm serious. For some reason, and you know what? They took notice of that because the WSL is going to start in January, coming soon. The Pipe Masters is not going to be at the end of the year anymore.
Right.
I'm pretty sure they're going to be
Believe that's
10,000.
2019.
2019, I think I'm pretty sure it's been announced. If not, here you guys go. They're going to be 3 QSs at the end of the year, and they're going to start with the Pipe Masters in January, right? Kaipo would know more than me. He's a WSL guy.
I have no official comment, nor do I know exactly what they're going to do in 2019. 2018, I can tell you we got some changes of venues. We got Bali on the
Right on.
at Karamas.
Bali's
We're going to have the Surf Ranch come into place, so we're going to have a
Yeah.
wave system for the first time. That's going to factor into who's going to be
Yeah.
the world champ.
Yeah.
We got the ladies. They're going to be at J Bay this year,
That's cool.
which is going to be pretty cool.
Right on. Would
So-
love to see the women come back to the North Shore and compete, but
I think it's
maybe
gonna happen.
that's something that it's been really a missing link. I feel like on the North Shore during the winter time is having our wahine go out and show what they can do at places like Sunset and Haleiwa.
You know what's cool is I just found out the Wahinis are going to surf Mavericks for the first time.
That's right. We got
Right
6
on.
ladies for Mavericks when that comes into light. And what are you looking forward to over there at Mavericks, Makua?
I'm just looking forward to surfing it for my first time in the
Right.
contest.
Nice.
You never been out there yet.
I heard the waves today and yesterday were pumping
Wow.
at
Right.
Mavs. 15 to 20 feet offshore all day.
How
and
thick a wetsuit
smoking.
did you get?
And they didn't call the contest on.
But I think
called
they
the-
were worried about they were worried about the winds. Yeah. So they
Yeah.
kind of got caught a little bit over there.
So
and,
what did you have to get? Like a 5-6 millimeter, 10 millimeter?
No, I think I'm going to go 4-3, maybe like
Yeah.
a hood that I can put on and off booties.
Yeah. Gonna go gloves or no gloves?
I go no glove. But I'm gonna try. I mean, it just doesn't feel natural to me. I don't want to be on a 25-foot wave and trying to stand up and my fingers
Right.
get softer.
You're
You know,
completely numb, yeah.
It's an hour. I mean, I think my hands can handle an hour. I mean, some days it just might be that cold.
Yeah,
the
have
ocean
them on
is gonna
standby.
tell. The ocean is gonna tell on that day what I wear. You know,
Yeah.
if it's freezing, the coldest day of the year, and all this crazy stuff with the world the way it's going, maybe. Well, we have Noah Dean paddling
Inside
on
backdoor
a
section.
beautiful backdoor little wave. So sick. Coming out, aerial, and Noah Dean for you guys on the screen. But back to Mavs. I mean, I've never been there. I've been there once to put flowers for Zion on the beach.
Right.
It's the only time I've ever been to Mavericks, and it just looks like such a sick wave. I mean, it breaks in the same spot every time. And the boys say you gotta be head down, just like Noah Dean on this wave. You know?
Yeah, little backdoor
100% commitment.
sneaker.
You know, whether the wave is a little 4-footer like Noah Dean got there, or a 20-footer at Mavs, my advice to people would be commit 100%. Once you hesitate, that's usually when something goes down. And hopefully I can get over there.
You can apply that to life coaching as well.
Positive life coaching. So we're going to have a couple more chances to see you on the Big Wave Tour, Makua. One opportunity with Mavs, and then still yet, got till the 28th of February till that window closes. Even Nazare could be in the conversation as well.
Yep.
I just hope they take Nazare off the tour.
Now, why is this?
So far, that's why. It's like it's Samoan cousin, too far.
Is it
there's waves like Tavarua we can put in there.
Right.
I mean, Todos Santos. There's waves that are like, the wave is big. I've never been there either. I don't want to say anything bad about that wave, but I just think it's a tow wave, honestly. There's some other uncles.
The Hui members right there.
Brian Amona.
Originals.
But
Brian and the other Kaipo right there.
yeah, but back to Nazare, that wave, I don't think you can paddle it when it's as big as it gets.
Right.
I mean, that wave might give the biggest wave. Has it been the biggest ridden wave so far? Has been at Nazare, right?
Garrett's tow wave, I think, if we go to the World Book of Guinness Records.
Okay,
and I can't even find the new Guinness Records book.
With the tape measure.
and the winds and everything. I just think that wave is a tow wave, and we're not really doing it justice by surfing it on a smaller scale. A lot of these other waves, we can surf it when it's the biggest and still perform.
Yeah.
I think it's more life or death out there at Nazare. I think it's a better wave to tow. And I think there are just a lot of better waves that we can perform on out there. Not saying anything bad about Nazare or Portugal. It's such a beautiful place. I just think there's a lot better waves to perform for us on the Big Wave Tour. And I want to leave that to the towing guys, because they're going to push the limits and take it to, the biggest. Like I said, I think the biggest wave in the world is at Nazare, definitely. But
Do you still tow?
Yeah, I told. I just told at Jaws.
You did, yeah. Now talk to people about why does that transition happen from towing in the morning into paddling later? What, just to inform the audience, what is the decision process in that?
It's just a lot of those waves that me and Kai, Kai Lenny and myself towed into. The surfers weren't going to paddle into them.
Right.
They're just the ones that get away. And to be able to surf it, and those guys respect us for, doing that. Everybody.
You're doing it with courteous intentions and not trying to take over the break. You're just kind of fitting in and covering more ground and trying to get what's there.
Well, every time I went back out, I said, if anybody can catch the wave, by all means, catch it.
Right.
I'm on the shoulder. I'll kick out. I wasn't trying to surf through the pack. I was just trying to get a couple waves, and it felt good to be out there at Derek Donner again. He's the one that started all my big wave surfing off. And put me in a place to be a professional big wave surfer.
Double D, big shouts out.
Putting you in position in more ways than one, that's for sure.
Yeah, so surfing with him again, and I haven't towed it for 8 years or something. So be able to go out there and surf the wave on a small board.
Get in early,
Well, I'm usually paddling in, you're dropping in, most guys, boom, you get smoked. Whoop-de-doo. Like, get on a tow board, you can hit the lip 3 times, you can pull in, come out. Guys are going to be doing alley-oops. Who knows?
Well, that's why I asked you, because I saw you and Kai actually drawing beautiful lines through there. And we talk about performance surfing on a really, really big canvas. That's what it allows you to do, right?
Exactly. On a big paddleboard, you're just going to go straight. I mean, you're going to draw a line and pull in. It's pretty much all you're going to do on a wave that big. You're not going to turn that board 3 times. It's not going to go. It's too much surface area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It
Boards
drags
are too
much.
huge.
You got a 6'2" or a 6'0", you're flying on that wave. So it's a big difference. I understand the whole towing, paddle surf, but I'm an ocean man. I'm a water man.
Whatever
I like
it
to
calls
dive.
for,
I like to fish. I like to provide my family dinner from the ocean. It's just, I'll do anything in the ocean. I'll boogie board. I don't care. This boogie board, surf that. Brother.
Body surf, boogie board, whatever.
Yes, boogie board is fun. It's always head high.
But I'm just saying is enjoy the ocean. You don't have to feel bad about being a stand-up paddler or this or that. You in the ocean, you enjoying yourself, you loving what God is giving us, why not?
And just like all of the adult beverage sponsors, enjoy responsibly.
I mean, there's certain
when you're out there, be kind and courteous as much as possible, aware of your surroundings,
Yeah, there's certain spots for certain things,
Yeah.
And you be respectful to the locals wherever you go in the world, and
that's not just true for Hawaii. You're right. That's everywhere you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the appropriate skill level and equipment should be applied to the appropriate surf break. And that's, a big thing that a lot of folks need to, reconsider when they're choosing their place to surf and equipment to use. All of that being said, here's a nice little set on the way.
There's a nice little set, but I mean, you got Uncle Buff's contest coming up, which puts disciplines across the board from foiling to body surfing to everything. And, guys enter multiple divisions. Why? Because that's how we grew up. We grew up body surfing the short break. We grew up boogie boarding. We grew up longboarding when the waves were small. It's just part of our culture in Hawaii to be in the water.
Makua, can I tell you a little secret for Uncle Buff's contest? If I'm in the canoe team with you again, I'm going to use a smaller blade on my paddle. Because last time I was with you, I had a big blade, and you were yelling at me to pick it up as a stroker. And if I had a smaller blade on my paddle, I could pick up that pace.
You had the Coalwood stop sign.
I had the big paddle. I
think there's some favoritism in that heat. I think we did better than we did.
I thought we won, but that's just us.
But we give them up to Uncle Dude, them. They're the mans. You know what I mean?
So if you haven't heard...
That's coming up February 17th.
That's right.
It's going to be good fun.
Yeah, I mean, I was just brought that up because talking about the disciplines in the ocean and having an event that puts them all on blast is wonderful.
That's right. saltandairstudios.com is going to be bringing that show to you. So you're going to, if you want to tune in over there when it comes to that waiting period and talk about Hawaiian culture and talk about multiple disciplines and talk about just straight up fun.
So fun.
Talk about Hawaiian culture. If anybody's out there, tomorrow at the state capitol, we're having the ku'i at the capitol, 125 years of the illegal occupation of the state of Hawaii.
Oh, that's right. It is the...
It's January 17th.
January 17th.
1983, we don't forget.
It was 1893.
1893.
That's right. All good.
Yeah, 1893.
So,
Why is it 1993?
1983. That was when the kind Michael Jackson released the hit.
On a historical note, January 17, 1893 is when our queen was put as a captive in her own palace, and the Hawaiian monarchy, the Hawaii kingdom, was overthrown illegally and illegally occupied by some businessmen, basically, that had a lot of influence over here because they ran the plantations, the sugar cane plantations.
Correct.
And so that influence, and so that's never been 100%
clear.
Right.
Yeah.
Heavy.
How we currently stand to this day, we're doing what we're doing.
I wonder if
but it's 2018, 125 years later.
I wonder if we would have more or less missile strikes coming our way if we weren't occupied or not, like the other day. That was pretty crazy to have a missile.
I think Hawaii has always had a target. Always had a target on us because of our strategic position in the Pacific. That just is probably a global fact.
Yeah, it goes back to Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, there's a sense of like, if it wasn't this particular brand or race of people, it would have been this people. There's just so many what ifs to go out there and go around. But definitely recognizing tomorrow as a landmark 125th
and
anniversary.
I have a way that we could fix this thing and make things all good with Hawaiians. Is like, how much are they spending on the rail right now? Is it 14 billion?
I think
too
it's
much?
up to like 10 or 12.
12. Okay, like 12 billion. So all we do is
too much.
So we take that $12 billion budget, and then instead of building a rail, we just split that money between all the Hawaiians, and we're going to all call it even, and then everyone's good.
Shoot?
Yeah. I don't even want to get into that on our online Spectrum TV. They might not like what I have to say about
we're good.
good old rail project.
I just got to say it's unreal.
Yeah, it's unreal. What is unreal? They better just grab rail.
And we should unreal and grab the thing off.
It's like pipeline. Grab rail. Close them out. It's over.
Close out, grab rail.
I think that part of that 12 billion went in someone's pocket because they definitely didn't go to the rail because they didn't even finish yet.
Yeah, it's a touchy subject,
but honestly,
sticky situation, and all the above.
Well, people
what
out
time
there,
is it going to be?
Tomorrow.
Ku'i at the Capitol. We're going to be pounding kalo over there with the kids. I brought my daughter. She goes to community schools now. And,
congratulations, Dad.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we're going with her class. I sponsored a papa ku'i'ai, which is a board which is used to pound kalo.
Pound kalo.
To pa'i'ai or poi. And
whatever consistency you prefer.
Yeah, I think it's just a thing to go and do our cultural practices on a day that's such a significant
Just to mark
day
an
for
anniversary,
Hawaii.
It's definitely a day to remember and not forget, and also to show your support for preserving Hawaiian culture. I think that's the underlying common theme that we all have to strive for, depending on your opinions and what you can make of like what happened 125 years ago. Across the board, I think it's all agreed that preservation of Hawaiian culture is so important, and passing it to the next generation, and keeping things like the language, the hula, the food, you know, all of the practices that involve going through that, it all have to remain in place and practiced by our next generation.
Dean, big air.
Hacha.
Oh!
Practicing his
Practicing
aerials.
his air games. But yeah, Rock, I mean, it is what it is. We're stoked to be here. We're stoked to be living in Hawaii. And, you know, back in the day, it was different. And this is 125 years, and people all got to accept change. And it is what it is right now. Just like Brother Max Holloway would say, you know.
Yeah.
Let's do what we can instead of shedding negativity or bad light on anything.
Right.
Let's just shed positive vibes and spread our culture as much as we can across the platforms that we have to use to perpetuate our people and our culture to the world.
Yeah.
You know, there's
and we have so many avenues these days.
I mean, too many people are stuck on hatred and racism and why they do that, and they stole Hawaii. Why don't we just go and try and perpetuate what we know how and our culture that we have to the world? And this is one of the ways we're doing it, by taking the next generation.
I think it's quite evident at this point that we're not going to go back to prior to 1893.
No.
So, I mean, you know, it's different ways to look at it, but that's the positive light of what you're saying, Makua, is exactly where we need to be.
I think we got less than a minute left
Yeah, this is
in this contest.
This is winding down, so appropriately so. Everything's been slowing down. We're winding down, and this is the end of round number 5 here.
And this is the end of the 2018 the Hui Backdoor Shootout.
Well, we had 5 rounds of action. Started off with a slower pace on the first day, ending with a bit of a slower pace, but we had a mid 3-day banger of the best pipeline of the entire season to choose from. And I think we maximized our best opportunities to a T in this entire holding period.
We definitely had a midlife crisis here at the Backdoor Shootout. And,
watching the replays of this last heat of round 5, the Vulcan Pipe Hale Noah Dean getting a couple scores on the board with Gavin Beshin, Balaram Stack, Kaimana Henry. We're going to be right back with more action to close out this show. Stay with us. We'll be back with more from the Hui Backdoor Shootout presented by Weed Maps. Stay right there.
This is the payoff. This is the payoff.
A suit brought by Hui Ohei Nalu, or the Hui as we know it, contends the Pipe Masters format is illegal. A judge agrees, yet the tournament continues.
When you cut the numbers the way they did this year, you are hindering the chance of a Hawaiian surfer in having a successful career in the sport of surfing.
Bruce Irons took to Instagram to vent his frustration, stating, quote, "There's no room for me in their contest, which is named in memory of my brother."
These are the guys who live and die to surf pipeline. These are the guys whose blood and sweat and tears are all over that reef.
Except, as opponents claim, during competition.
Surfing's Hawaii's gift to the world of sports. It really is something that emanated from these islands with aloha and it went around the world.
Where sometimes the The spirit of the surfing has been lost because of corporate involvement or guys surfing because they want to go, make all this money, get famous, go on the world tour and stuff, which is not a bad deal.
By the time 1976 rolled around, it was time to organize a circuit. We created the circuit and called it the International Professional Surfing. It was a cooperative effort between surfers and contests to try to advance the concept of professional surfing.
IPS and professional surfing, it just brought more people here, wanting to come to Hawaii and surf the 7 Mile Miracle.
I can remember when we'd be surfing that guys would kick us out of the water, because they're going to hold a contest.
Corporate sponsors, they come in and think they can just come by and drop money and monopolize our culture.
That's what was happening on the North Shore. Outsiders coming here and treading on our place and being disrespectful, to the locals out here, to the people out here.
North Shore was, at one time, it was running amok.